Trying to find out if we're doing it. Okay. Alright, so shout out to Peach for getting these scores over to us. Let me go ahead and put that map up there so you guys can check in on the iPad where we're going. Alright, so we're coming in from that central north. We're coming in from the Oasis. Coming down, sorry. You guys know I can't read and talk at the same time. Coming in from the Oasis, going down and across the top of San Martin Las Leon and out that southeast corner. So we're still jumping with Zero Mercy, but at the very start of the flight path, we have the Sinners out. We have the Sign to God. All you people in the chat calling out for Sign to God. They are off the plane. They are headed over towards that Toromunda area with the Sinners. Made Nepal headed over towards La Caparia area. I don't see really anybody with them. Freedom Esports right along with ooh, Team Control Star. If you guys really look at that San Martin from Crater Fields all the way down to North Bacado. Team Control Star on a huge split. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like Zero Mercy is jumping with Alpha 4 Legend. Let me get this up here and let's check in on Baby. Alright, so Baby coming on into the graveyard, and Alpha 4 Legend, apparently it looks like they're going ahead and moving on out. I do see the Golden Eagles jumping over here. We may have a fight right here between the Golden Eagles and is that version 9 with them? Yes, it is version 9 right there over by that Chumasera Church. Oh, Shoo-Shoo's already been knocked. Where are you, Shoo-Shoo? And Shoo-Shoo's already gone. So version 9 already getting an elimination. Let's see. And that was Don't Look. Must have got that. I heard an Uzi, but I don't see a gun over here. But it does. I do think he was able to get that before Shoo-Shoo. Alright, who is where, Casper? Are they coming up under you? I think they are. They're right over here with Casper. While we watch that, I'm going to go ahead and check in on the map. Scroll that in a little bit so when we switch over for you guys to take a look, you don't have quite so much map to look at. We do have Velocity all the way down in Bartona. So we've got the Sinners all the way to that north side, Jazzy all the way up almost at the wall, and Velocity all the way to the south. So they are really split up on this Miramar. And here they come. Son to God, son to God, son to... Oh, Casper in that FPV does get one of them knocked, two of them knocked, three of them knocked. Are we going to see a squad wipe over here? God Kid coming up. Casper, are you going to be the first to get a 1v4 in the rain finals day one in the Godzilla outfit? Oh, Casper does Who are they gonna get that res off? Let's see. Casper with this nade coming upstairs and doesn't get another one. Alright, so Jack Lord, my friend, get back up on your feet. Hello, Reaper. Good luck to all the teams tonight. Shout out to Reaper. Reaper has been doing a massive job keeping track of all these teams, and now here he is keeping an eye on you guys, checking in to see how you are. Casper up to 3 eliminations, maybe getting a squad wipe with this nade coming right up in front of, oh, squad wipe. There you go, the first squad wipe of the rain. $600 tournament match 2 first zone Casper for the Golden Eagles NA. Geez, Casper. Alright, let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys can get an idea where your teams are. I'm still kind of worried about the Sinners and Sign to God all the way up at that north side of Toromunda. And let's see, the rest of the teams look like they're pretty far apart. First 1v4. Alright, let's get on over to the center, see what's going on. Sign to God point of view. Alright, so we're on the centers. Let's see. Let's go on over to Animal. Getting ready to get pushed up on by the centers. Here you go, big boss. Here you go. We do have Sign to God. Will we see another 1v4? He is already with the pump shotty. He's only got level 1. He doesn't have any throwables. He's got 1 smoke. And here comes the rest of the sinners pulling up onto Sign to God. And I hear shots going off, but look at this. Scarface and Karen right there. Scarface. Animal going bit too many feet right there in front of them. Let's go. Let me check in on the map. This is still our main fight. Oh, Animal. Oh, tried to make it through that window. Animal goes down, so let's check in on Toxic Mahal. He is way too far away to help his team. Silent right here. Silent right across from him. So now let's see, can we get him? Saran, what are you doing over here? Saran also on the side. Let's see, Karan has been knocked. We do have Scarface. It looks like Scarface trying to pick him back up. Animal, are you getting picked up? Yes, Animal. We got a complete reset on these two teams. So Sign to God, all 4 of them back up onto their feet. Sinners back. Hello everyone and welcome to the final day of Rain, the $600 Out of the Deep tournament. Alright, let's go over a few things first. Shout out to Rain, to Anna for sponsoring tonight's giveaway for the UC. All you have to do is take a screenshot of your like and subscribe, get it over to the Rain Discord, post it in the giveaway channel. Shout out to Ghosty for putting it all together. Shout out to Peach for keeping it together. And our scores, everything. Shout out to Rain Esports and their staff. Amazing people. Alright, now let's go through these slots. In slot 3, the Real Gunners Esports. There they are. Slot 4, version 9. Slot 5, we have Signed to God. In slot 6, the Sinners. In slot 7, the Golden Eagles NA. You just watch Casper, our PMSL 2 or 3 times. I don't even know how many times he's gone to Brazil now. Big hero of NA. Alright, so let's see. In slot 8, we got Noobs Esports. They are not noobs, boys. In slot 9, Balas Reborn Esports. In slot 10, Zero Mercy. And they live up to their name. They have no mercy. Alright, slot 11 are the Celebrity Killers. Slot 12, Freedom Esports. Slot 13, Velocity. In slot 14, Made in Nepal. Slot 15, Team Control Star. In slot 16, Alpha 4 Legend. 17, almost there. Hello, boys. Big fan. In slot 18, we do have Soren. Hello, Exotic. I see you. I do. And now, let's go over the the scores from yesterday. Let me click that and let me click on this so that we can get an idea of what is happening. We have 5 matches, 5 more. These are the scores from yesterday's 5 matches. 0 mercy, 62 total points. Freedom Esports 47, Signed to God 43. There are your scores from yesterday. Insane action yesterday. And I saw the top fragger, and I think it was from, I gotta look again to see if I can find the top fragger, and we'll jump with him tonight. But it's going to take me just a minute to find that. I thought I was all together for you guys, but you know how it is. I only have half together at sometimes. Alright, let me see if I can find that again. Let me see. Where did they post that? Announcements? Yes, I found it. There we go. Alright, here we go. Let me put this on your screen too. And Clown from Freedom Esports, 14 eliminations, guys. We're not supposed to say the K word on stream. 14 eliminations for Clown. And then Bala's Esports at 12. Freedom Esports, Ash and Juice. Look at this. So Freedom Esports tearing it up last night. So that gives you an idea how crazy it was last night. Alright, let's get that off our screen. Let's get back over here, because we are on hard start. We are 3 minutes past hard start. At least they gave me time to fill your ears with all that chatter. Remember to get your like and subscribe over to their Discord server. Get yourself on the wheel of names, and we'll be doing that tonight after tonight's final match while we're waiting for the scores. Let me, where am I? Alright, back together. Alright, here we go. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It feels like a double Monday. I don't know about you guys, but whew. Oh, Phoebe. What are you doing, Phoebe? I had to wait for her to get into her seat. And it looks like we're ready to go, guys. We are ready to go. We'll be jumping with, I'm sorry, I forgot you guys hate the sound of my water bottle. I'm sorry. But we're going to be jumping over here with Freedom Esports Clown. Top fragger yesterday with 14 eliminations. Alright, let's see. That wasn't a ping for me. Good. Alright, so let me find Freedom. Hello, Tempa. Big fan. Big fan, Tempa. There we go. Here is your top fragger from yesterday overall. So let me get his feet on my screen so it's not so weird to hear him move if he does move. There we go. There is your top fragger. And are you guys ready for some sweaty matches? You guys just got to see Casper with that 1v4. Ooh, so hot, so hot. Alright, I think I covered everything. If I forgot anything, I'll try to remember later. Go OTB! Alright, we got OTB in the house. Let's represent. Here we go. Tonight's first flight path, match 6 of 10. And let's see where we're headed. We're coming in from Milta Power, going all the way across the map at northwest. We're going over Shelter Prison area, School Roshawk area, going along the car garage, the cube, all the way up and through North George. So there you go. There is tonight's first flight path. We'll see where everyone is headed. Looks like we've got the Golden Eagles headed up to Lipovka. Bala's Reborn headed down to that southern side of Milta Power Peninsula. Let's see. Zero Mercy headed down to Milta. We got Sign to God headed up. I think they like that Kameshki area. And almost there off the plane. Looks like Alpha 4 Legend headed down to the farms. We do have Soren. Soren's been going to Yasnaya along with a couple of other teams at the same time. I see the serial killers right there with them. So we'll see what Soren does up in Yasnaya. It's usually one of the first fights. We got Real Gunners Esports headed to Pochinki. And we got Team Control going towards that South George area along with Freedom Esports. Now you already know that Freedom Esports, 3 of them in that top bracket. Now we've already got the fight with Soren. Let's head on over to Yasnaya. Here we go, guys. Keep an eye on the map. But we've lost Jelly. Jelly already. So now let's see what's going to happen with Cubs. Cubs is coming on down. Trying to get that. He does get that knock onto one. And so now let's switch over to Exotic. Exotic across the way trying to get the shots onto 77K. And I see that they're down to just a duo now over here for the Celebrity Killers. I see 77 over here, but Samar, it looks like Samar coming up behind, I think, both, hello, Daddy, I think both Exotic and Cubs are both in this. Nope, I think it's just Cubs over there, so let's get on over to Cubs, see if Cubs hears him coming up and in. I see Samar straight across. Ooh, get Samar down quite a bit. So let's see what's going on with 77. Is they're pushing up as a duo on the 77. He does have that S12, or not the S12, the 686. He does get a knock over onto, I think that was Bomba Boy. He got knocked, and I hear Exotic coming up and in. Let's see what's going on with Exotic. He knows that Samar's on his way over. Cubs is getting, they're both up, but they are both down to about 5 HP. Exotic is pretty good in health, but here comes the Celebrity Killers. I've lost them on my screen, so I don't know if they're underneath or if they've moved out. I do think that they're all right here. Yep, here comes 77. There they are. Alright, so all 3 of them back up under their feet. But Bomba Boy and Cubs down to about 5 HP. We got Exotic getting ready to throw those nades up and over. He's kind of tracking 77 going around the outside of this building. He does have Samar right underneath as well, but Exotic seems to be pretty focused in. Let's see. Thank you for the sub, Teddy Nub. I like your name. I like the rhyme. Alright, so it looks like Exotic's pulling up upstairs. Oh, we do have one up on the roof. Oh, Exotic with that flick shot. Oh, there they go. There go. We did lose one. We lost Jelly, but it looks like Bomba Boy getting 2 of those eliminations. Alright, let's check in on what else is happening. Yep, we got Sign to God all the way up here in Kameshki. Everybody pretty much going where they went yesterday. And we've got Velocity down by this hospital area. Our very first zone is going up to that northwest side. We've got Zarky still wrapped up in this all the way to Stauber and down and around Pachinki. So a big zone. Not too many teams out of zone at the moment, but I see another clash going on. Alpha 4, 7 coming right up and in on Team 14 made in Nepal. They are coming in hot. Let's see what the Water Boy can do. Can the Water Boy get out of this in time? Because them 416s trying to get those shots across. We do have 3 of them, or 4 of them. I can't tell how many are in this car. Yeah, 3 of them. Thank you. Thanks for the... Oh, and the Real Gunners Esports. Nahan down below taking all those shots up and over. Woo! They've concentrated. They're focused right onto him. He's able to get out of there, but that smoking mobile, not the greatest thing in the world anymore. So So let's get back over to Made in Nepal. Let's see what's going on. Oops, that's not Made in Nepal. Hello, Dempa, big fan. Let's get back on over here and see what's going on because Waterboy does get knocked. No, so Swaz is now the last still standing. Or Made in Nepal is out for Legend coming in hot. And they've already got 2 eliminations over here, but we got the S12 made and ready. We are all boosted up. Ooh, we got 1 knock. We did get 101 knocked. We'll be able to get him picked back up. But Alpha 4 Legend coming out of Sunnydale with 4 eliminations. Alright, what else do we see? It does look over here like maybe we've got the Golden Eagles coming up and around Soren. They're going to the north side. They may not interact, but let's check in on Cubs really quick, see if Cubs is paying attention. I don't think they're that close. So, no, this is Rain Esports. Sorry. Alright, so this is their $600 out of the deep tournament. Alright, so we've got velocity going up. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up for you guys so you can really get a good idea where everyone is. Let me go ahead and, well, I can't really scroll in that much because we are still pretty separated on this map, but I think you guys should be able to find where your teams are. I'll go ahead and put it like that. Alright, so now while you guys check in on your teams, I feel like the Golden Eagles and Almost There may be the next ones to find each other. So let's check in on Casper one more time. So let's see what Casper is doing. He is really close to Almost There. If you look at his mini map, Almost There is right there in that compound, just to the north of the bridge to Rozhok. I don't know if this compound has a name. Some of these don't, but they should. Don't forget to take a screenshot of your like and subscribe, though. They are doing the UC giveaway tonight. Thank you for coming by and supporting the stream. We all appreciate you. Alright, so what else is happening? I still feel like this is going to be the next fight. I do feel like they're pretty close to each other. And let's see, we still have Signed to God way over in Kameshki doing just fine. We do have Bala's Reborn coming on in. The only 2 teams outside of zone at the moment. Bye, Acta. Acta. Alright, let's see. And look at this. We centered up pretty nicely. We're still from Severny, Rozhok, the Georgia Pole area. We've still got shooting range, ruins, all that in there. But I still feel like the Golden Eagles are gonna, ooh, Freedom Esports. Let's pay attention over here to yesterday's top fragger, because here comes Velocity up and around. Let's see what's gonna happen. Velocity, oh, wow, trying to get those shots, and he does find a Nuxify. A Nuxify coming up and around. I'm not sure if this was a fine push, but Velocity down and out in a matter of seconds. Clown getting 2 of those eliminations, and Lucifer getting 1 of those eliminations, and very fast. Alright, let's get on over to Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy really close. If you look at up here in the mini map, you can see the Golden Eagles NA are still out, still scouting and checking everything out. While you guys watch this, let me go ahead and scroll in just a little more on the map. I still can't get that close in here because Signed to God's still way over in the blue. I'll go ahead. Oh, we got another fight. The Sinners. The Sinners are in a fight. Soren is in a fight over here. Let's see what's going on. I'm not sure which one to go, but Sinners and Almost There, they are all right on over here. It looks like it's a long distance fight, but we do have the Golden Eagles. We got a couple of teams over here. I'm not even sure which team that is, but Soren's trying to get across that West Yasnaya Bridge into all this as well. You can see that Sinners are trying to get those knocks, and look at this, Zero Mercy and Almost There, boop. Oh, there goes Wolf. Almost there, getting picked apart. Let's go over to almost there, see what's going on over here. We're down to just a duo, and I think they are still trying to stay out of the spray from Zero Mercy. So I'm not sure. We've got 2 of them eliminated. I know that I read one from Boop, and maybe the Sinner got the other one. So all this is congestion right here in center zone. And I think Sign to God and Ballas are about ready to get into a fight as well. Let's see, it does look like Ballas Reborn are paying attention to the Sign to God rotation. They know where they are. They're in this gas station. They came all the way up from Milta Power. So I feel like maybe they were looking for Sign to God, because this is kind of Sign to God's route, the rotation. And Soren down to just Cubs. And look at this, Golden Eagles NA watching over this bridge. Soren needs to find a new route into zone. Alright, Ballas did pull away from Sign to God. Everybody else seems like they're pulling away from each other. Let's go ahead over to the iPad and check in on what's going on. We could scroll in quite a bit more now. We are moving quite a bit. We do have Soren over here on the West Yasnaya Bridge. They are trying to get across. He does have to come into zone. There's several ways that he could rotate out and around. He could go up through Yasnaya over to Zaverny. He could get any of the school area, but then he would come up into the Sinners. Zero Mercy. Look at this. We do have the Golden Eagles, and they are spreading out and over. Let's get on over here and find out. Hello, gorgeous Ellie G-O-P-O-P. Alright, so we do have, looks like he's just keeping an eye on everything, but we did have Sign to God moving and not too far away from him. So we are headed in a little bit more. So let's see, we're down to the top 11 teams. We still have Ballas all the way up the north. We still have Soren outside of zone, right across from Demon. Demon is paying attention to Cubs, and I think Cubs just needs to come down into this area or come up and around. If he wraps around Yasnaya, the Dinosaur Head Lake, head up to Zaverny, he'll be doing just fine. He'll be able to get some more placement points that way. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. I think we're just kind of, everybody's just kind of in the rotation. I'll go ahead and put that up, except for Soren. Everybody is in zone. Our zone is getting ready to pop again. We are headed into stage 3. Let's see where we are headed. Oh, we went all the way back over to the Cube area, pretty close to Center Zone, where Real Gunners Esports are, Freedom Esports, all that right there in the river, still separating out both of these sides of zone. We got some demolition derby on the screen, so let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, Soren can now just wrap around the blue and come up into ruins. There's plenty of places for Soren to come in because most of these teams went to the north. Let's get on over to Team Control Star. Let's see what you guys are doing. Oop, sorry Doki, didn't mean to catch that. Hello Skrr, look at that pretty car. Oh, nice car. I'm just gonna sit here and look at people's cars. Yeah, let's go car shopping, guys. Not sure what Team Control Star are doing. It looks like they're gonna rotate along the bridge and come up and through and end up with the Sinners in crates. I feel like that may be our next fight. So we're gonna stay right here on Team Control Star and see what they decide to do. While you guys watch that, I'm gonna try to scroll in on this iPad so you guys can get a good view of all these rotations. I think you'll be able to see everybody as I get on over. Yeah, they're getting really close over here to the center, so let's go ahead and put that up there so you guys can see where your teams are now. And I do see Skrr out and about, just just trying to gather as much information as possible. JPK still at the gas station getting some chips and sodas. So bring home some homemade. And Doki. Alrighty, ready. Alright, so let's see. Cubs, you need to go a little faster into zone. Get your butt into zone. Get your butt over there. Alright, what else can I show you? So right now they're thinking it. They're all strategizing what they want to do next. Let's go ahead and scroll on in because we do have to figure out which side of zone they're coming in. Sign to God is fine up here in the hills. If we go north of the river, we also have the Golden Eagles NA coming down on those hills just to the north side of North George. We have almost there in North George, but they're going to just kind of hang out in North George for a minute with Team Control Star. And it does look like Robin is getting a lot of information on the team that's over in crates. That would be Sinners. Alright, Alpha for Legend at the top of the mountain. I hear some shots going off. I'm not sure who's taking all these shots. Let's see. Is it you? I think he's popping some tire. No, it's not him. So let's see if we can figure out who it is. Is it Balas? And see what they're doing. Balas Reborn. It just... Oh, who's up on the hill? Who parked up there? Is that Casper? Nope, I don't see any vehicles up there because Casper's way in the back. I'm not exactly sure who they are watching. And look at this. We're going south of the river. So now Real Gunners, Sign to God, Golden Eagles NA, Balas Reborn, Sinners. We've got Team Control almost there. Oh, I feel like Team Control are going to end up right on Team Control. So, oh, we got the fight between Balas Esports and the Golden Eagles on that north side as well. So it does look like almost there, wrapping down and around. They should be all right. Look at how close the Sinners are to Team Control. Balas up here with the Golden Eagles. So, oh, Soren is still coming in right behind Zero Mercy. I hope he's upside down. Let's get on over here, see what the Sinners are doing because they are here right on top of Team Control Star. And here comes the push onto Team Control Star. So let's see what's going on over here. Skrrr, coming right up and over. Green OP, no, LAGOP. So knows exactly. Oh, Ronnie saw you, but Icy coming down off that side. Where's JPK? JPK over here. Oh, the run over. We got some tire splatter, and there goes Team Control Star. So now Robin is still in this, but look at this. Robin watching all the slaughter, but he is coming right up between the Sinners and Alpha 4 Legend. I think Alpha 4 Legend's trying to get into the third party action. And I don't know what my PC is pinging me about. Hopefully you guys can still hear and see everything. So the Golden Eagles and Balas Soren and Sign to God. Look at this. Soren, where did you go? Let's head on over to Soren, see what's happening over here. He's got two of them knocked from Sign to God, the solo. Alright, so let's see. Did Sign to God, he is still right there in front of him, but he's got Zero Mercy right to the north side of him. Look at that there on top of that hill. Trying to get the look at this. Trying to get the and he gets him out of that one. He is up to 3 eliminations on Sign to God. Sign to God down to just a solo now. And Cubs doing just fine for Soren over here. Let's see what he can do. Trying to get those shots over onto Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy stopping getting out of that car and trying to mow the lawn with Soren's helmet. And look at this, the inspector inspecting. Let's see if he can. Oh, right there. Ooh, he gets the inspector, but the nade by Salzman. So now Now we should be able to get Zero Mercy Inspector picked back up, but Alpha 4 Legend is right there on their mini-map as they are still all trying to get on in. And there goes the last one for the Golden Eagles. And how come you're not zooming in? Let's try this then. It's being difficult. Alright, so now let's see what else is happening. We still have Alpha 4 Legend. Look at this. Alpha 4 Legend on a 1-3 split. We do have 101 all the way down. We got Robin from Control up there. We're down to the top 16. So let's stay over here. On to Zero Mercy. Honk. Oh, I love it when they honk. Let me go ahead and zoom in on the iPad over here. Let's get some ideas of what is happening all the way in Tampa. Salzman has you in his 6 steps. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up there. Here you go. Now you can see where they all are. Check in on your teams. We're down to the top 5 teams of this match 6 of 10. So $600 tournament, a lot of money on the line. So these boys are paying attention. Alright, so now let me get over to Tempa. Give him some screen time. Love. Hello, Tempa. Tempa's over here watching Freedom Esports. Freedom Esports trying to push up onto his teammate, Nahan, right there in the Witcher Tower. But Tempa also has has him coming up right now. Oh, the spray out of the car by Tempa. Tempa trying to get number 2. Oh, it's Salzman. Does Tempa? Tempa's able to get that one out. Now Tempa is the last one still standing for the Real Gunners Esports. Nemo taken out of the Witcher Tower. And we got Freedom Esports straight across. Zero Mercy just to his south. They are up on that hill, up on that ridge line. Let me see what else is going on because there are a lot of fights going on. Stay here for just a minute with Tempa. Tempa OB up on the rock trying to get as much information as he can because you can see that he still has to get into zone. He has to get up to at least that tree in that rock. And he knows that Freedom Esports is right over there next to him. Look at Demon. He is over there. I'm not sure what Demon is doing. He is shooting at something, and I'm not sure what it is. I think he's trying to take out his car. Tempa! Tempa with that nade taking out Freedom Esports. So now, let's see. We are down to the last 2 teams. Let me see if I can get any bird's eye view of where these teams are for you guys. So let's see. Alpha 4 Legend. Let me get this over here. We got Alpha 4 Legend, Zero Mercy, Alpha 4 Legend. Let's see. They are all split up. And it is 8 players remaining. So it is a 4v4. I cannot get this to turn very well. But you can see that Alpha 4 Legend coming down and across. We do have this road separating out this final zones. We are only in match 6. So let me see if I can get out of the blue. Give you guys a better idea where your players are. Let's get down a little bit. Here comes all the smoke plumes, the smoke and mushrooms. And there. Looks like Zero Mercy getting chewed up quite a bit. Alpha 4 Legend, ooh, that nade by 101 from, I think that was MZH getting those nades right up and across. Just barely missing 101. Alright, and here comes another return nade. And our zone is still coming right up to this road. Look at this. M416 getting taken out, but traded with Salzman taken out. Boop is down to just 5 HP, and it does look like we should be able to get that res on to Boop. It looks like they're trying to get him picked, or not Boop, but M416, and it's over just like that. I was looking down, trying to see if they were gonna be able to get that result. Alpha 4 Legend coming in first with 14 eliminations, 24 total points for this first Erangel matchup tonight. Zero Mercy coming in second with 6 eliminations. And then we've got Freedom Esports coming in third with 7 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 and 14. Going out. Alpha 4 Legend M416 times 3. 5 eliminations, 816 damage. So we'll be jumping with Alpha 4 Legends when we come right back. Shout out to Reaper for once again coming in and checking on all the teams. Don't forget, he spent hours watching these teams, casting their groups and their qualifiers. Make sure you give Reaper some love, boys. Be right back. Back up onto their feet, but here comes the blue zone. This fight needs to go south. They need to consider what is more important, 4 points or zone. So right now we are in zone 1. They have plenty of time, and I just missed who it was on the elimination feed. Let me check the iPad while you guys watch this for a second. And 0. Oh, Soren Cubs gets taken out pretty far away from his team. He was over by the north side. Soren, though, is coming right in between Zero Mercy and Team 8, which are Noobs Esports. So we got quite a bit of action down by Zero Mercy. We'll switch over to that as soon as this fight, we figure out what's going on. And let's see what has happened with the rest of them. Animal. And it looks like, oh, I thought he just saw him right on down below. You could see Saran right there. Ooh, he's gonna, look at this. Animal can see him as he is coming right up in Animal, getting ready to get pushed up on again. But here comes Jazzy. All 4 of them from the centers right behind him. Look at that Jazzy trying to get those angles right in through that window. So let's see. Casper killing it. Wasn't that amazing, Reaper? Casper's always fun to watch. Alright, so Toxic Mahal's been able to knock Scarface off that roof. Toxic Mahal does come up and around, so they are grouping up a little closer. And I still see that they're right on top of each other. We do have vehicles. You saw that truck was right there, but I think they're gonna go for this fight above zone. Oh, so there goes another one. Let's see what's going on. Silent Zaz getting an elimination over here. Saran, let's go down to Karan. Look at this. Alright, so Soren, that fight between Soren and Noobs is now Silent with a 3-piece. There you go for my chat. Silent for Stein 2. God, getting a 3-piece onto the centers. Alright, let me get on over to the Noobs and find out what is going on. Yes, they are right over here by Zero Mercy. So now let me go ahead and scroll on in a little bit. No, I still can't scroll in on this map much on the iPad, so and it does look like they're pulling away just a little bit. So let me put the iPad right back up there, give you a better idea how close everyone is. So let's see. We do have Alpha 4 Made in Nepal having problems with their buggy apparently. Alright, so let's see. Celebrity Killers still down in Puerto Aparicio. Celebrity Killers are doing just fine. So let's get on over to Zero Baby, Zero Mercy Baby. Baby was the last match top fragger, so we need to give him some more screen time love. And he is looking right across the map at Jelly. Jelly right up on that ridge line. Let's go check in on Jelly. Jelly's not too worried about it. He's just over here just doing his thing. Not even worried. Alright, let me put this iPad up there so you guys can see that we still are pretty spread out. We still have Made Nepal all the way out in the blue by Crater Fields. We have Signed to God coming in from Tora Monday after that fight with the Sinner, so they do have to come on in, but it's still, ooh, I feel like Team Control Star getting ready to get into a fight right here. Yes, there it goes, and JPK, get your head down. Yes, here comes Team Control Star versus Freedom Esports. So let's see who's over here. Clown. Alright. And Ash. And Juice. Juice. Alright, who else is over here? I see another team. I think it's just Team Control Star, so we'll stay on him for just a second. Let me see if I can zoom this map in anymore for you guys. I think I can get a little better so you guys can kind of see where your teams are. Real Gunners Esports. Let me put this up here while I go over here and check for Real Gunners. Where are the Real Gunners? Where did they move up and in? Alright, so Velocity getting taken down. Here we go. They're coming out of that north side, Las Leon, coming right up and in on the Velocity. You can see that Lynx was knocked, and Tempo spray that on down. So we do have SK Bot right in that smoke, trying to get that res off, and Tempo trying to spray that smoke down to make sure that res does not go off, but I think it's gonna. I think he's a little late on that one. Ooh, Nahan's able to get, look at this, Nahan on this off angle over on this ridge line. Look at this long line of Real Gunners Esports. Lynx is back up onto his feet, but he's in a rough spot. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get on out of there. He's in the smoking mobile. Oh, and Tempa stopping that, and so now, hello everyone, and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Now, these are just the scores from the last match. We've already seen the match coming in earlier. You can go back in my stream to see what they're doing, but right now Alpha 4 Legend with that winner chicken dinner and 24 total points. Zero Mercy at 12, Freedom Esports at 12. There are your scores coming in, and as you can see, we do have a couple of teams missing. We do have version 9 missing right now. We've got Noobs Esports. Both of these teams are missing, and you can see that they have 0 points on here. So let me go back to that, and I will keep an eye on the screen. And I'm getting pinged. Let me check in on this. Let's see. This is fixed. And it looks like they fixed some scores. So let me grab the scores, the new ones. There we go. And it looks pretty much the same. I'm not sure what she changed. But we have Phoebe. The gorgeous Phoebe is our scorekeeper tonight. So shout out to Rain Esports. Don't forget to get your screenshot of your like and subscribe over to the Rain Esports Discord server. That way we can get your name on the wheel of names. Get some UC into your account if the wheel says so. One day I may win my own wheel, but I pretty much lost faith in all of that. But let's go. Alpha 4 Legend M416 times 3, 5 eliminations, 816 damage. So let's get Alpha 4 Legend M416 up on your screen. And heading into match 7. Alpha 4 Legend M416. There you go. Let me match up his footsteps for you guys. I don't know why my dog is so quiet until I go live, and then she decides she wants some attention. Sorry about the dog in the background. And alright. Whew, that was a lot of yapping, huh? Got it, BB. Thank you. Thank you. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Alright, I'm going to take another quick drink of my water. And here is your flight path. We're coming in from that western wasteland all the way at the wall west of Monte Nuevo, going north of Monte Nuevo, power grid, north of San Martin, over the Cruz de Valle and Terra Branca area, and dumping off just to the east of Camp Militar. What a flight path. It's pretty central towards that southern side, but then it just kind of shoots on up. But we know that Sign to God, the Sinners, we got Freedom Esports, they all like that northeast side, so they're probably pretty happy about that. Almost there, already off the plane. We've got Velocity jumping with the Real Gunners and the Golden Eagles. They are all coming down that Ladrilla Chumacera area, so they're looking at each other with the sky full of birds. And Maiden Nepal going to the north side of El Pozo. A solo, I'm not sure what Swaz is doing, way up in that church area. A Nuxify already knocked over here, so let's get on over to the Asta. There we go, there we go. So we did lose a Nuxify. And Tempa, the Real Gunners Esports, finishing him off. But here comes Xenon. He's only got a nade. No, he doesn't. He's got a UMP as well. Throwing that nade up and over, trying to get those shots, trying to get the nade onto Tempa right up above on top of this. We're over in Chumacera. And let me go ahead and check in on the map while we have a chance, because the first zone has not popped. Yes, it has. It just popped. We're going from Crater Field all the way down and around Minas Generalis, Los Leon, Via Del Mar, and the Western Wall. I'll show you where everyone is as soon as we figure this out, because we do have the rest of the Real Gunners and Velocity all right on down below. I'll go ahead and put that up pretty quickly. There you go. Now you can check in on where your teams are, figure out where they've landed. We do have Sign to God up towards that north side. We got Freedom Esport all the way down over in El Azahar, and they are over here with Balas Reborn. We do have Soren right over here in Cruz de Valle. And where did the Sinners go? Sinners took over Picado. Look at that. So a little bit of difference there. I don't think anybody dropped Picado. Usually the Golden Eagles and A go over to Picado. So let's go ahead and head on back and see what's happening. Xenon is down to about half health, so Xenon needs to figure out how to get on out of there. And I do see another one from Velocity over on that off angle. Who is that? Lynx. It looks like Lynx is trying to get over on the off angle to cover for Xenon, and then it looks like SK Bot is the one that's down below taking those shots up the hill. Nahan. Lynx may see if you get up onto that oil tanker, so be careful. And now we've got that fight between Freedom Esports and Balas all the way over in El Azahar. I hate to get off this fight, but let's see what's going on over here really quickly. Let's scroll on in. Are they close to each other? Yes, they are. Let's see what's going on with Tank. Ooh, who found you? Tempa! Tempa coming all the way across to the top of the other side is able to get links on that. So let's see what's going on over here really quickly, and then we'll switch back on over. It does look like Tang trying to stay down as all of Freedom Esports right there in front of them. Look at this. We do have all 4 of them from Freedom Esports, and Nehan finds Xenon. So Real Gunners Esports coming up and in. Let's get back over to the fight in Monte Nuevo. So let's see. We do have 2 of them knocked, and now it's just SK Bot over there. So I don't think SK Bot's going to be able to help his team, so we'll stay here for just a minute because it does look like Balas are coming up and around. They do have some angles. Let's see what I believe Ku was one of the top fraggers. I think he was number 2. Phoebe in the chat. Shout out Phoebe for doing the scores for us tonight. Ooh, and SK Bot does find Godlin. Oh, what is happening on over here? And let's go back over here and see what's happening, because SK Bot is now up to 2 eliminations, 2 of the Real Gunners. He did find Nemo and Godlin. Tempa coming in and across. And let's see. It looks like Xenon down to about 5 HP. Did they get Xenon picked back up? Let me see. Nope, there goes Xenon right when I said that. So now it's a 1v2 over here in Monte Nuevo. So while you guys watch that, let's go ahead and scroll on in on this iPad. The fight is still going on over in Al-Azhar. You guys have seen that they're taking it slow, trying to figure it out, but almost there is coming in from the north, and they may end up right on top of SK Bot on your screen right now. So we might have a fight there. And over on to the eastern edge by Minus Generalis, we also have Zero Mercy and Alpha 4 Legends. They are really close as well. So we might have another fight over there. So we'll have to pay attention to our elimination feed. SK Bot being really quiet. Let's get over to a different fight, see what's happening. And Balas, here goes the fight over here now, because, oh, Tang does get found. So now let's check in on Ku. Like I said, he was a top fragger yesterday. Let's see if he can get that shot on the clown. Look at that clown right there in his scope. He's got the 6x M4 combo. Let's see if he can laser him from above. He's just waiting. I'm not sure if he's waiting for his teammate to get into position. Oh, no, he was not. He was just waiting to get that. Trying to get that knock onto it. And look at this. Oh, as he was doing that, it was a distraction. So now 2012 is the last one still standing for Balas. Balas Reborn. He's going to have to get on out of there. He has plenty of space, but he'll run into Soren if he goes north. And then there's this mess down here between Alpha for Legend and Zero Mercy. So let's see. Made in Nepal. They have the whole northern side of this map all to themselves. They're doing just fine. But now I see that Team Control star there right here. Center zone. You can see that Doki is getting shot at, and I'm not sure who's right across from him taking those shots. I'm gonna say probably almost there. Yes, it is almost there. Getting ready to say we are here. So I'll go ahead and stay on this for just a minute. We still have that solo over in Al-Azhar with Freedom Esports, and the rest of the teams are pretty separated out. Our zone is getting ready to pop. We have 17 seconds before the next zone. So 33 Svan, what are you doing over here? Mr. PEL and Moten. I keep seeing his name and wanting to say Motrin. Moten. Alright, so let's see. what is happening. We'll go back over to Mota. Nope, they're all just checking in and making sure they know where team control star over in this ridge line. So let me check in on Skur. Hello, Skur. Skur's up front. Look at this lead he's got on the rest of his team. It does look like maybe Doki coming up to give him some support. Not sure if they're gonna get on out of there. Oh, maybe his motorcycle ran out of gas. Who knows? Alright, let's go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys can check in on your teams, check in on the rotations. You can see that Sign to God is coming in right on top of Soren. Let's get on over to Bama Boy. Hello, Bama Boy. Do you know you got a team right behind you coming on in? It looks like we're right over here by the water treatment, and Sign to God is right here, and Freedom Esports. They are all right here in this general area. So maybe Freedom Esports is gonna run into Animal. Let's check in on Animal. Do you know that you got Freedom Esports coming in behind you? Oh, be careful where you park that, because Freedom Esports does have a 610 and an M4, and they're not afraid to spray. And Balas is still all the way over in Azahar, but I can just scroll in just a little bit and put this map up here for you guys to get a general idea where your teams are. And let's go ahead and put that up there. You can see that Balos is still over in El Azahar. Our zone is getting ready to pop, but we got another minute of it. And look at this. Sign to God and Freedom Esports right over here. Toxic Mahal. I did not see when he got taken out. I'm sorry I missed that, Toxic Mahal. And I might have been one of them from Freedom. No, Freedom are up to 4 eliminations, but Freedom are taking those shots, and Made in Nepal and Soren are now in a fight. Let's get on over to Soren and Made in Nepal. Looks like, let me get over to, oh, looks like we should be able to get him picked back up. Luxury gets knocked, so now it is just Swag as Swaz and the Water Boy. The Water Boy up top though, trying to get those shots down onto, oh, Water Boy. Keep your head down. Keep your head down. Get a Luxury pick back up. So it's a 4v4, and it does look like we lost Luxury and all of that, but the rest of them are up on their feet and moving, and we're right over here. Oh, look at this. Cubs just found the Water Boy. Water Boy with it. Popped his head up over that ridge line, and now they're trying to come on down onto Wagwan. Let's get over to Wagwan, because here comes Soren on this push, and Wagwan down the hill from, who is that? It is Exotic right above him. Wagwan down to about 5 HP, putting some work with that S12, but who is able to get him? Mercy. So now, is that it? Swaz from Made in Nepal down to about 5 HP. So he's trying to get out of there. Oh, and he just gets lasered on out by Bama Boy. But now here comes almost there, coming right up and in on top of Soren. Soren right down below. Let me check in on Soren and find out what's going on. Hello, Exotic. Oh, do you see him? Look at that. Right across the way. He can see them coming up for the third party. Let me see what Bama Boy, pointing them out, showing them where they are. And you can ask Phoebe why the scores aren't added together. Phoebe is doing the scores for us. So make sure you're polite to Phoebe when you ask, please. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the Cubs. Ooh, Cubs. Cubs. You gotta watch your head. Alright, so we'll stay here for just a second. Let me check in on the map. Balas is finally getting out of El Azahar. And this is the main fight at this. Oh, we got Sinners. The Sinners went all the way down into Picado. So they are there. Oh, I think Sinners dropped there, right? But we do have the real Gunners that went down into Picado. And now we are going from San Martin to Picado. Let me put the iPad up there so you guys can see. Now let's get on over to Picado and find out what's happening right on down here. And hello, Karan. Karan over here getting on top of the stadium roof. Nahan right down below. Nahan, you got to hear those footsteps right above you. You got to know that he is coming up and over. Oh, we also have another team straight across. I think that might have been Velocity. Yes. No. Serial killers. Or celebrity killers. Sorry, guys. Celebrity killers are right across from it. So celebrity killers might be able to get some eyes right on down. Let's see. Oh, but Alpha 4 Legend is coming up onto the serial killers. So we are really packing them in on this Picado Mountain. And because you can see Team Control Star is also right on over there. There goes Bama Boy. Mercy from Soren. Exotic from Soren. Oh, Alpha 4 Legend. Looks like Samar finding one of them. So now let's check over onto Vampire. And we got the fight right on down below as well. So let's get on over to Team Control Star. Team Control Star, still a full 4-man team. They are coming in from this western farm over by Picado, trying to get those shots up and over. And I'm trying to remember who is right on down here. And I think we lost the team. I think it was Real Gunners that came up in here. Ooh, those nades. Those nades. Look at that. The Real Gunners on the outside. Let me see. Nahan still right here. Nahan coming out. Nahan down to 1 HP. Getting pulled up on the Sinners. And there goes the Real Gunners. Trying to hold off the 3-man push by the Sinners. So I was trying to get over to that quicker. How long has that been up there? Gosh, dang it. I think those beeps tell me that it clicks over. I'm not sure. Alpha 4 Legend right up here on this ridgeline. Sorry, guys. I am sorry that happens. Alright, so Alpha 4 Legend going on. Ooh. Oh, I think they realize they are not the first kings of the hill. So now it does look like Team Control Star getting those shots straight on down. Oh no, they are taking the shots from across the way. It is the celebrity killers from above. Alpha 4 Legend right on down below them. Serial killers trying to get all picked back up. And the total chaos right here on this Picado mountainside right here. So we got the four from the Golden Eagles over on this western side. We've got the 4 from almost there up in the power grid doing just fine. Balla's coming up and into that San Martin area right by Freedom Esports. It does look like they're all starting to separate out. So let me check in on the map. Yes, everybody's in here. We still have the 10 teams. And oh, JPK getting some information on this team's coming right up and in. JPK trying to get those shots over onto Sign to God. Sign to God trying to come in on this western edge. And JPK watching, gatekeeping, trying to get the information out. Who is coming in late from the blue? You know that they're already weakened by the blue. Alright, so while you watch this for a minute, let me go ahead. Almost there in a fight now. I'm not sure what is happening. It looks like Sign to God drove straight into the Golden Eagles NA. Where is the Golden Eagles NA? Sign to God coming up right underneath them. Hello, Imitias! Hello! They are doing a UC giveaway. Make sure you take a screenshot of you, like and subscribe. Get it over to the Rain Discord. Alright, so Animal right on down below. Look at this. Animal trying to get into this. And now it does look like Team Control Star are getting the shots up on top of the mountain from the celebrity killers. Let's get on over to Animal from Sign to God. And see, he's trying to throw those nades up on top of this ridgeline. You can see that they are... Oh, who got you, JPK? No, it was Casper. Casper. Let's get on over to see what kind of angle Casper has. Casper from across the hello, let's go. All right, so Sign to God having a rough time trying to get on in, and I think that is it for Sign to God, going out in 9th place. So now let's see what's happening over here with Team Control Star. Team Control Star pushing right up and in onto the Celebrity Killers. The Celebrity Killers over here in the gray as well. Doki down to about 2 HP. Gonna be able to get that heal off. But Skur and JPK. Doki now with that nade doesn't get the nade up and over onto 77. No, 77 is still full health, but Doki coming down with the molly to keep him from pushing up. And 77 has to come into the round. Doki gets him down to about 5 HP. Look at the S12 to the face. Now shoo Young coming right up and in onto almost there, but they also have the Celebrity Killer Samar from the top. Samar trying to get those shots right onto Shu's head. But now let's see what's going on there. Shu getting ready to throw those nades up and over that ridge line. He knows that he's got one knock, but he is overseen by the Celebrity Killers, so can't see the fight. Yeah, I know. Alright, so I figured that out pretty quickly, so hopefully you guys don't miss too much. Alright, so we've got fights going on both sides, guys, both the west and the eastern side of the zone. So let me see what's happening. Shoo, still trying to come on in. Let's go. Let's scroll on in a little bit more and see what's happening. We do have Freedom Esports almost there. The Golden Eagles and a Celebrity Killers. We've got the Sinners and the Zero Mercy. All four of the Zero Mercy are still in this. So let's see. Let's check in on Karanas. Karanas trying to come right up and in onto Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy is in zone. Karan trying to get up and into the zone. So let's see if, yeah, nice play. Gonna go ahead and wrap around to the south, and he's gonna run into the Celebrity Killers over on this other side, but he has a lot more hard cover. Oh, no, he doesn't. From above, Zero Mercy, baby. Just picking him off down below. So now, let's see. How are you? I'm doing okay, Amadeus. How about you? How are you doing? So, baby, now up to 3 eliminations. And we're down to the top 4 teams. And we're going to this wide open space where there's not a lot available hardcover. Let's go back on over to, let's check in on the Golden Eagles again. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get a sky view, get an idea, so that you guys can see what this is all about. It is wide open nothingness. We do have quite a bit of terrain to work with. Some rocks, and we're still pretty far out. So maybe by zone 6 or 7, I'll be able to show you guys the terrain that they're working with. But for now, here you go. Here's the iPad to give you an idea. And look at the donut zone. So we are still going out to the middle of nowhere. Let me see if I can get on over here. Samar gets taken out as we speak. Golden Eagles NA coming up and in on top of the Freedom Esports. So the Freedom Esports already has this dip, but Golden Eagles are already getting ready to take those shots. Celebrity Killers, we still have a solo across there, but they are right there with Zero Mercy. I'm going to go ahead and show you the sky view, but it's still not very clear. So let me see. We'll give it a few more minutes. We still have 4 teams in this. We still have 77 over here trying to get those shots. Well, we had over on the Zero Mercy. We're down to the top 3 teams now, and we are headed into stage 7 in 23 seconds. Zero Mercy, baby, just picking them off now, using the terrain to just find those helmets straight across. And baby, right when I say that, gets knocked. So now let's see if we can figure out Zero Mercy down to just a duo now. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get that res off onto Z, but we'll see what happens. MZH, and we still have the fight between the Golden Eagles and Freedom Esports. Let me see if I can wrap this around a little better. I think I can get a better sketch. Demon going down. So now let's see. Shushu, and Lek are both up. Oh, and I think that is it. So now we're down to the top two teams. Let's go ahead and put this iPad up there so you can see that there's a lot of space, but it's Zero Mercy on this push, coming right up and in. And Shushu back up onto his feet. Damon back up onto his feet. I think Shushu was on his feet, but you know what I meant, guys. Alright, so Demon trying to push up, trying to get some. I'm not sure how much utility these guys have saved after that fight with Freedom Esports, but it is a 3v4 now. And it does look like, ooh, Zero Mercy taking over the entire zone. So they've got the north to the south side of the zone. The Inspector right there in the middle. All of the Golden Eagles need to push up and in. Let me scroll on back. There is your zone. I think, there you go. I think you guys get a good idea where everyone is now. And here comes all the smoke plumes, the mushroom clouds of Miramar, trying to get across that wide open space. Shoe coming right up and in. And they're right across. Oh, baby. I think baby was the one that just took out Black, and now Shoe, and I think we're down to just Shoe, and there it is. Zero Mercy coming in first with 8 eliminations. Coming in second, the Golden Eagles NA with 9 eliminations, and Freedom Esports coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6. 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 and 14, going all out. Zero Mercy, baby. 5 eliminations, 524 damage. We'll be jumping with Zero Mercy, baby, when we come right back. Don't forget to get your screenshot of your like and subscribe over to the Rain Discord server to get your name on the Wheel of Name. Shout out to Rain Esports for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway. Be right back. Velocity are down to just a Nuxify and Z9 across the way, trying to get those shots over, but he has to be careful for the third party because there are teams that are starting to crush right up and in on the duo, and a Nuxify, the IGL, saying, alright, time to go. Let's get on down the road. Oh my god, it's a Noosh. Hello, Noosh. Alright, let me put this iPad back up there so you guys can check in on the zone as we're getting ready to close in around San Martin and Picado. And I see JPK just got taken down. Oops, wrong one, guys. JPK gets taken down over here. Let's get on over to Team Control Star. We did lose JPK. So JPK was taken out by Freedom Esports Juice. JPK was up on that ridge line getting all that information, and the Juice put the squeeze. Oh my god, it's a noosh. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. I do see that we are still crushing these teams in over on the eastern edge. Look at this eastern edge. Ooh, Juice found Doki now. So Juice putting in some work over here. Let's check in on what Juice is seeing from the top of these cliffs. We do have team control starred down right below him in that compound, and it does look like velocity is not that far away. And we all know that a Nuxify knows how to use a DMR rifle. He's probably one of the best DMR snipers in NA that I like to watch. Alright, so let's see what else is going on, guys. Real Gunners coming up over here onto Mate in Nepal. Look at Tempa using, sorry Tempa, using his buggy as a decoy. He sent this buggy ahead to see if Mate in Nepal were gonna shoot at him. Made Nepal in the nade shack. I'm not sure if Tempa knows that. I think that was Swaz. Yes, it was Swaz now. Getting that nade out. Oh, Made in Nepal. Trying to get the nades up and over out of the Real Gunners. Nemo right there now trying to get those shots over on the face. Ooh, and he does. Look at that. Fades does get knocked over here. And he still has Nemo right over here, right on this ridge line. It is a 1v. Oh, Swaz with the S12 does take him down, and there goes Tempa. Tempa. So now let's see what's going on with the rest of them. He gets a 3-piece over onto the Real Gunners Esports. Is Velocity still alive? Yes, they are. Reaper, yeah. Oh, they're in a fight over here now with Zero Mercy. Let's see, where's Velocity over here? Velocity Xenon. Xenon just got 4-piece, and I think that was Zero Mercy. I'm not sure. I did miss that. And no, Control gets taken down and out by Freedom Esports. So let's see what is happening up here with Alpha 4 Legends. So yes, they are still in this. Let me go ahead and scroll on in. You can see that Velocity, the duo, are pretty much center zone. And Alpha 4 Legend coming right up and in on top of Balas Reborn. Let me check in on the Tank T over on the edge. Looks like they're making sure that they're gatekeeping, their backs are clear, and our zone. We do have a donut zone. We're going from the mountains between Tang, they are finding you. Tang is able to get down off of that just in the nick of time. So now let's see what else is happening with it. You can see that we only have Freedom Esports in that zone, but Alpha 4 Legend has the Balas Esports, or Balas Reborn over here, stuck in these grays. They didn't have to move on out. So now let's see. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. You guys can check in on where your teams are, what kind of rotations we're going, and I'm gonna try to figure out who's gonna be the next fight. I feel like we're about ready to have another fight with Velocity over here. You can see that right on top of Velocity, our Freedom's Esports. And look at these two right down on this backside of this mountain. They are all nestled in, but look at this. We do have Juice. Juice is right up on top of them, but Juice is now paying attention to the noobs as the noobs go driving on by. I feel like Juice kind of knows that Velocity, well, maybe not Velocity, but knows that there's a team right down below him. You can just smell them. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. Yeah, I think he does. I think he knows that Velocity is down there. I feel like he does. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Zero Mercy with that winner chicken dinner, 30 total points. Alpha 4 Legend at 26, Freedom Esports at 24 total points. Let me show you, they are still loading in, guys. We still have a few from Velocity that need to get on in. I see a couple up in slot 1. I'll keep an eye on that, but I'll go ahead and let you check in on your on your scores again. Shout out to Rain Esports for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway. 2 spins tonight, $10 each. Get your screenshots of your like and subscribe over to the Rain Discord. Shout out to them sponsoring this. Shout out to Phoebe for getting these scores for us. Gee, they are all together. Peachy doing her greatest work. Peach is behind the scenes just making sure everything is rolling fine. Welcome everyone. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Yes, Imadias. Yes. Thank you. I'll show you the iPad again to show you that we haven't started. Or maybe we have. This time we are jumping with Zero Mercy Baby. 5 eliminations, 524 damage. So as soon as we load in, I'll go ahead and switch on over to Zero Mercy Baby. Give baby some screen time love. And for all that hard work, there you go. And I'll match the footsteps over here on my screen. And let me find him. There we go. Now if he moves or shoots, you'll be able to hear it. We are headed into match 8 of 10. We have 3 remaining matches for the finals of Rain Esports Out of the Deep, the $600 tournament. So somebody's going home with some extra money tonight. Who's it gonna be, chat? Who do you think? Is Zero Mercy, are they going to take the lead? Are they going to take it home? And here is your Sandhawk flight path. We're headed in from the south side over the top of Bantai. There we go. Going across Pinean and straight through the middle of Camp Alpha. It does look like there's several teams already jumping. Zero Mercy Baby headed over towards that quarry area. But we've got Camp Charlie's and we've got a couple teams right on down in there. We've got Alpha 4 Legend right on top of, who is that? The Golden Eagles NA. Sign of God going over to that docks area. They're doing just fine. Real Gunners over in Sam He. And the Golden Eagles already have a fight going on. So let's head over to the Golden Eagles. And Fresno, 2 months. Let's go. Shout out to Fresno. Thank you, Fresno. Your support means everything to me. We already lost Casper. And Demon is down to about 5 HP. This is Alpha 4 Legend straight across. So let's see if they can shoot. Trying to get those shots. I'm not sure why that was delayed. Let's see if we can get up and over. Look at this. Lucky over here with elimination. Soren and Velocity are now into a fight as well. Let's see what's going on. We've got Riz. He is the last one still remaining. And we did lose Casper, so 10 was able to get that and hit that knock and elimination over onto Casper. But here comes the 3 of them from Golden Eagles NA. And Zeriz listening to all the footsteps, boosting up. He's redlining, and here they come. Demon and Shu coming out and around. Let's see what's gonna happen. And all 3 of them pushing together. Oh, and he gets one knock, and he's able to get out of there before the S12 hits. And now he's trying to come down and around, trying to work his magic on the stairs on this compound. So now, can he finish the fight off? The Golden Eagles, no. Shoot. Yeah, that finish. Alright, so now, where is Soren? Soren was in that fight. Let me see. Oh, we missed the fight from Soren, but we did lose Mercy and Cub, so We are down another team. So let's see what else is going on our map. Looks like the rest of them are pretty separated out. I'll go ahead and put the iPad up so you guys can check in on your teams. I think I can scroll in a little bit more. That's a little too aggressive there. A little too much. So let me know in the chat who you want to check in on. Almost there. I see that they're right up here in the Paradise Resort with Bala's Reborn. So now let's see what's going on. Remember that this guy right across here, I'm going to call him Koo, was number 2 in top fragging yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on him for just a minute. And let me pay attention to the map. Let me see if anything else is going on. This is the main fight at the moment, so we'll stay here and pay attention to how Almost There works their way in. Now that Bala's is already situated in here, let's check in on what is happening. Looks like Wolf is happy to just be checking in. It does look like they are just setting up around a perimeter. So 33's fine. Right on over here, getting really close, trying to get the information on where the Ballas are over here in Paradise. Let's see what kind of information he can get. You can see that Almost There, they are all in position to cover each other. So let's see if they can get on. Oh, Tang T up on that roof right in front of Svan. If Svan is able to get this knock, we'll see if they come on in. But look at this, we do have an off angle from Bala's coming down and around. So hopefully Svan is paying attention. We do have, it does look like Almost There is moving up and in, except for the one player. I think this is Wolf right here up on this hillside, and the rest of them are coming right up and in. So Svan does have to pay attention though, because I feel like this one from Bala's may become Golden Eagles now in a fight with Sign to God. So maybe we should go on over there. Looks like Golden Eagles. Oh, Sign to God finishing off Golden Eagles. So there goes the Golden Eagles. They were down to a trio. Wolf is in the back. Hopefully Wolf is paying attention, because now here they come all up onto Svan. You can see that they're right here. Does Almost There have enough coverage to keep Svan on his feet? That's the question we all want to know. How is the coverage on all these off angles? They've got the off angles situated, but are they ready? JPK from Team Control Star over onto the Real Gunners. Where's that happening? It is down in Painan. So let me get over to Painan, find out what is happening over here. And let me scroll on up while you guys pay attention to that. We do have Team Control Star. I'll go ahead and switch on over. We can go back and forth between these two fights. Let me show you what is happening. Team Control Star. Doki on that off angle. JPK and Robin both coming around, but all 4 of them from Real Gunners are in this. So I'll pay attention to that while you guys. It does look like Almost There is backed away, but maybe they know that the real or Bala's esports. So it blinked again. I'm not sure what all the noises are about, guys. This is still pretty new to me, but let's get on over to Icy, because I feel like ICT getting surrounded by Almost There. So now Almost There, look at this. ICT being quiet. Oh, but ICT does get found and tire splatter. So now let's get on over to the fight. Everybody back up onto their feet over here in Painan. The nades are going off. And let's see what else is happening over here. And look at this in the background. You can see the Sinners going up and over to that party store area just to the north of Painan. So let's see. Looks like JPK trying to get the off angle. And Sinners going to the top of the hill. So Sinners are going to be trying to third party this. but we're on the western edge of Painan over here. So let me go back to, let's go check in on what Almost There are doing, because it does look like Almost There are now pushing right up and in onto onto Paradise Resort. I'll pay attention to what's also happening over here in Painan, because those are the two active fights, and now it does seem like, oh, and the Sinners are now getting some shots from the top of that hill as well. So Robin, who is up on that rooftop, does get found by the Sinners from the top of the hill. So now it's down to Skur and Doki, and they are pretty separated on out. Doki is getting pushed up on, or no, Skur is getting pushed up on by a trio over here. And now what is happening? It does look like Tempa was able to get Skur taken out, but we still have the duo over here between Doki, and look at this. Here comes Scarface coming on down. Sora now in a fight with Freedom Esports. So now let's see where this is. Let me figure out. What a mess. I don't even know where these teams are. Look at where everyone is. They're just everywhere on this map. So let's get on over to the Bomba Boy. Bomba Boy is the last one still standing for Soren, because Freedom Esports all up on that ridgeline, probably checking right on down and in. So now let's see if Bomba Boy can get on out of this. It doesn't look like Freedom Esports is pushing up and in just yet, but we still have all the chaos going on over here between Almost There now and Mate. Hey, Moten coming up and in, but Almost There are down to just a duo now. So we've got Moten and 33 Spawn. They're right on over here. And now we've also got the Sinners coming down and into Painan as well. So let's see, looks like Spawn may be able to get, yes, let's get one of them from Maiden in Nepal. That was Waterboy straight across. And we also have another team coming right up and behind. It is Freedom Esports, and there goes Swaz out to Spawn. And so now, Moten is down to about 5 HP. Look at this. Spawn trying to get those shots over on, and we still have Maiden Nepal Luxury in the back. And so we've got the three teams in a fight right on over here. So let's see. Oh, Spawn gets found. And so now it is just up to Moten, but Moten does have a buggy, but he's also got Luxury coming up right behind him. Can Moten take down Luxury as Luxury comes down the hill right below him? I'm not sure if Luxury knows where Moten is, and Moten with that S12, and now he should get on out of there in that buggy. And now look at this chaos that's going on right on over here in Painan. So while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and switch the screen over to Painan so we can check in on the map, because our zone is also popped, and all these teams over here in Painan are no longer in zone. So now there goes Doki for Team Control Star, and so now Team Control Star is just down to Robin. I see Nahan from across the way, but here comes the Sinners coming right up and onto Robin. Robin trying to get those shots with the DBS over onto the Sinners. And the Sinners right on the outside. Robin not standing still long enough to be able to get much damage onto him, but Robin is down to about half health. And here comes the Sinners. We do have a couple of them from the Sinners knocked. Doki is knocked. And we still have Nahan right on over here. Get off that. Come on. Stop that. Alright, so now let's see what else is happening. Robin coming right on through. Sorry, guys. I am clicking. It's just not working. Alright, so Nahan is being quiet in that back. Nahan may be able to get on out of here. Oh, Robin is getting some of those shots through the window. Look at this. And the Sinners still pushing right up and in, and they gets taken down and out by Karan's nade. And Nahan still being quiet right on over here. So now let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit and see what else is happening. Nahan, I'm not sure if they know that you are here. I feel like they know that Nahan is here, so we'll stay here for just a second. You saw on the map that this is the active fight going on, so we will stay here. I'll show you the iPad in just a moment. We do still have 9 teams in this, but they are all pretty solid. And Nahan trying shots down, trying to hold the stairs as the Sinners are trying to come right in to his ace 32. Oh, Karan on fire. Karan up to 4 eliminations. All right, let me put the iPad up there. There you go. And let's see, it looks like we're going over to the quarry. Most of the quarry is in this, and Zero Mercy once again zone blessed. We do have Ballas. We got almost there, coming around that eastern edge of zone, not too far away from Ballas, so almost there. May make it into zone. I'm not sure where he's gonna go. There's an open compound right on this eastern edge. Freedom Esports coming in from the northeast, just to the north of the Celebrity Killers. We do have Soren still coming in. Bomba Boy coming in behind the Celebrity Killers, not too far away from the Sinners. So there you go. So now let's see, let's head on over to Sign to God, because I see Sign to God getting ready to get into a fight. Let's get on over to Saran. Hello, Saran. I see you in my chat. Thank you again for your support. I truly appreciate you. Alright, let's see. Oh, 77. So Freedom Esports is now in a fight up here. So is Freedom on here? Yes, they are. They're right over here with the Celebrity Killers. And the Celebrity Killers, I did see one of them get knocked. It was 77K by the Freedom Esports right on over here. It does look like Freedom Esports is in a position to gatekeep any of these teams coming in. Looks like Juice on his way, headed right on down. Look at this. We have the Celebrity Killers trying to come in, but we also have the Sinners from across the way. Juice paying attention to that as well. And while you watch all this chaos, I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. It looks like Juice is going to try to throw some smokes to try to get Ash picked back up onto his feet. Alright. Let's see. Look at this cluster and this mini map down below. I think Juice is going to be able to get him picked back up. And we do have Clown. Don't forget, Clown was the top fragger yesterday. Is he there? Coming right on down, trying to get those teams coming in from the zone. He's able to see right on through those treetops. Not something I can ever do. And oh, the zone went right on top of quarry. So this is going to be a cool. And now let's see, let me go ahead, and the Celebrity Killers are going out over here to the play zone. So Sign to God, finding the Sinners. Let's get on over here. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up, and then I'll go over to Sign to God. Toxic Mahal. We're right here. All 4 of them from Sign to God are on their feet. And is that Animal getting ready to throw that nade up and over. Oh, but the ballers. The Ballas coming out right on top of Animal. And look at our zone. We are still going down into the quarry. Toxic Mahal trying to keep an eye on the Ballas right on top of them. And we still have a chaos going on over on the other side as well. Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy driving into the quarry. What is happening over here? We got Zero Mercy down in the dip. There goes the Ballas. The Ballas get taken out by Sign to God. Toxic Mahal still trying to work his way. It does look like Toxic Mahal is in zone. He's got his foot in the door. And then we got Freedom Esports straight across next to the Sinners. And we're missing one team. I haven't figured out where our last team is. Let's see. Ballas are still up in this hill somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. They got to be over there somewhere. Alright, so there you go. There's the sky view of where everyone is at the moment. I'll go ahead and get back over to the other side. Once we are getting a little closer, I'll go ahead and try to get the sky view. Hello, Anoush, hello, oh my god, it's Anoush. Alright, so let's see, what is going on? Straight across, checking out Zero Mercy down in here with Freedom Esports, and it does look like Boops is trying to get the nade up and over, and here comes Ballas. I finally found Ballas, and it's cool. Look at that right there in front of Boop trying to boop him. Alright, let's go see if we can get a better sky view of what is happening. We're still a little too high up, a little too wound, so we'll stay here with Boop for just a minute, see if they can get the Ballas. Oh, and Ballas does get found. Oh no, it goes out to the play zone. So now, let's go out. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's go on over here. So, what is happening? It does look like Zero Mercy right on down here with Freedom Esports, and we got Sign to God, and Zero Mercy is also the inspector. The inspector coming right up and in on all three of them from the Sinners. Look at this, Boops right on top of Freedom Esports. Look at this chaos we got from Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy straight across, might be able to be seen from the Sinners, because the Sinners, we do have the street right on over here, and the street is center zone, so these teams do have to figure out how they're going to rotate down and through. Let's get on up. I think you guys can see most of these players, but the blue zone does not make it very nice, though. Let's go and we'll scroll around back over towards this side to get a better idea. Inspector doing a great job holding on. Team come up and in, but then again, look at this. We still have Freedom Esports right on down here as well. Freedom Esports, Zero Mercy versus the Sinners. The Sinners are moving up and in. The inspector has to take it out, and it is up to Baby and MSC. It is now just up to Baby. The Sinners. The Sinners coming in first. Look at all the eliminations. So we've got 12. We got 18 eliminations for the Sinners. 10 placement points. 28 bomb. 28 28 total points for this Sandhawk match. Coming in second, Zero Mercy with 2 eliminations, and Freedom Esports coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 and 14. Going all out. Sinners, Quran. Oh, geez. 6 eliminations, 817 damage. Will be jumping with Sinners when we come right back. Guys, do not forget to take a screenshot of your like and subscribe. Get it over to the Rain Discord. They are giving away 2 packs of $10 worth of UC. Shout out to Rain Esports for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway, and I'll be right back. Let me see what else is happening. He is right on top of them. Look at this. If you look at these, look at the map. Right. Let me go ahead. Look at the mini map. their dots are right on top of each other. Soren now in a fight with Alpha 4 Legend. Let's get on up to Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend down to 1 and 101. Trying to throw those nades right up and over this cliffside as we're coming in towards the... Oh, mercy. Oh, no. No, there goes another one. There goes Despise. So now Soren down to just a duo. Let's see what's going on with Bala's Esports trying to get on out of there. I'm not sure where Soren went, guys. Soren no longer on this part of it, but trying to get on out of there. This is not the way to get up that hill, and neither is this, honestly, because you do have the noobs right up on top of you. Cat God, what are you watching over here? Cat God knows that Bala's Reborn is right below him. And Alpha 4 Legend. Look at this Cat Guy getting right up on this ridge line. Alright, so we're still coming into these cliffs and hills. Right over between the sand and the power grid. We've got all sorts of chaos going on, and I think he is out. Is he still? Nope, he was able to get that heal up. You see that his health bar was down to nothing. Alpha 4 Legend barely getting any of that. Alright. Look at Cat God trying to chase after him. Let's get on down to Sign to God. Let's go Sign to God. Sign to God is down to just a duo. But we're trying to get Animal back up onto his feet. And look at that Juice. Juice from Freedom Esports, the one that was right on top of Velocity. And don't forget, Velocity is right here in these nooks and crannies as well. So Saran trying to get down and around may end up going right in front of Velocity, because Velocity is still right up in here as well. Saran trying to get those shots up the hill onto Juice. And there goes Alpha 4 Legend out to almost there. Oh, Velocity running right on over into Clown. So now right at the top of the hill, let's get on over to Clown, because Velocity is right here, right in front of him. Motrin right behind him from almost there. Nuxify, are you the last one? No, Xenon is up to 5 eliminations now. Nuxify trying to get those nades up and over. Let's check in on Xenon right on over here. Those nades, did you see that nade that was coming in right up and behind him? So these teams right on top of each other. Look at the Xenon up to 5 eliminations to damage 508 damage. I had to squint to see it. Juice is still coming up and around, and look at this, almost there. Also in a fight, Freedom Esports taking out the Celebrity Killers. Animal gets lost. Hit by almost there. So Nuxify has been knocked. So now we are down to Xenon, as all 3 of them from Freedom Esports are coming up. Xenon has this S12. Oh, he does get a knock on the one, but that jump did not do him any friends. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and scroll on in a little more, and let's see what's going on. Freedom Esports still right up over here by, look at this, all 4 of them from almost there, just on that ridge line. But they are headed now over to Team 11, Celebrity Killers, down to just a solo with almost there, right above them. Let me, while you can... Let me see if I can get the sky view over here for you. We are now on Team 8, Noobs Esports. Teams. Let me see if I can find all 3 of them on my iPad. All right. Get this just a second. I'm not finding... Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Zero Mercy, 38 total points. Second, 38 total points. The Sinners. And coming in third, Freedom Esports with 36 total points. These scores are getting closer and closer. How'd you like that? Right at the same time. Alright, let me show you the iPad. We are still loading in. We're getting ready to start. And let me go ahead and click on that. Does look like we're missing a few teams right now, so I don't know if we're gonna be pushing back the hard start. I'll show you what I mean by that. We're missing 4, 8, a solo from 11, a duo from 14, all of team 17. Almost there. Almost there. Almost not here. Alright, let's go ahead and put that back up there. Does look like we got a lot of players still coming on in, so you have a minute to check in on your scores. Sorry, slipped. What? What? I don't know what you mean, LGOP. Alright, so. Whew. While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and drink a little more water. I had to run out to my kitchen and back to grab some water, and they're going so fast on these intermissions. It doesn't give me a chance to do anything. Much better. Much better. Alright, so I'll show you that they're still loading in. Let's see what our teams are. Ooh, almost there is in there, and they just started it when I clicked on over. We are headed into match 9 of 10. This time we are jumping with the Sinners. Karan OG, 6 eliminations, 817 damage. So let me get that iPad up there. Here we go. Get those off my screen. And as soon as we load in, I'll get on over to him. Sinners, Karan. There we go. Here he is on your screen. And let me make his footsteps match. There you go. Makes it a little better. It's kind of like watching overdubbed where they're not talking, speaking in whichever language. This end match note, we have 2 matches left. We have this match and a final Miramar match. So 2 more matches. This is match 9 of 10 going in for tonight's finals of the Out of the Deep Rain $600 tournament. And we do have the Wheel of Names coming up after tonight's Miramar match. 2 UC packages of $10 giveaway. Shout out to Rain Esports, Anna, Peach, Phoebe. They are all keeping it together. Go Steve for starting all of this to begin with and organizing it all. We're coming in from the west, over by that California coastline, west of the Pacific Coast Highway, going straight across the top of Mount Everest, over the top of the car spawn, to the north side of ruins, Rozhok, and dumping off over by Stauber. So kind of a crazy flight path. We do have Alpha 4 Legends off. We've got Team Control Star jumping off the plane right over here with Freedom Esports and the Sinners. The Sinners are headed up over towards that North George area, but they also have Zero Mercy not too far away from that as well. I'm not sure if Zero Mercy going up to the North George area or to the crates, but we'll find that out. I feel like Zero Mercy may be going, yeah, I think Zero Mercy is headed over to where Sinners are. Look at that, right there is Zero Mercy. So we'll stay here on the screen, and I'm going to pay attention to the iPad, see what else is going on. We do have the Real Gunners all the way down in Pachinki. We've got the Golden Eagles. It looks like they're headed over towards that shelter area. We've got 3 teams over in Yasnaya. We have Made in Nepal, Bala's Reborn. Now we have 4 teams over in Yasnaya. Bala's Reborn, Celebrity Killers, and Soren. So Soren getting ready to get in the fight one more time over here with the Celebrity Killers. So I'll jump back and forth. It does look like right now we got a second to jump back and forth. So let's go over here to Soren, and we got Bala's going to the station. We got Soren right over here with the Celebrity Killers. We've got Bala's and Made in Nepal straight across. Look at this Chaos Exotic going down and out. Mercy going down and out. I think it's down to Cubs and Bama. Celebrity Killers still on this roll, but we got Icy right across from Made in Nepal, and we still have the 2 teams over here in North George straight across from each other. Bama Boy trying to do his best to hold him off, and he cannot hold off. I was going to switch over to him, and all of the Celebrity Killers were able to take out the trio from Soren. You can see that Soren is still here. Bala is all out and around, and ICT getting pretty close over here to Made in Nepal. Let's see if we can get over here fast enough. Sometimes my iPad moves, sometimes it doesn't. It does look like Tang is right here. And it looks like Luxury may be having some issues because Bala's is now coming up. Yeah, Bala's gets found by 2012 Wagwan right across for Made in Nepal. And we do have Made in Nepal in this. Look at this, they all the way across. Luxury on the north side of the street. Made in Nepal now right over here with Soren and the Celebrity Killers. It looks like Wagwan may be moving on back just a little bit, pulling away from this, but we still have the 4 teams. And we still have the 2 teams way up here in North George, pretty separated out. We've got Sinners right here with the Zero Mercy. And it looks like Zero Mercy might have pulled away, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Yasnaya. Let me go put this map up here. There you go, so you can see where your teams are. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the fight in Yasnaya. So now, let's see what's going on. We've switched over to Soren, but Made in Nepal, Swaz was right over here. Real Gunners Esports in that fight. We are going down to Military Base Island. Look at that. We've already got the fight going on right over at oh no, there goes Made in Nepal Swaz. So we do have the fight going on right over by the bridge area. We got the Real Gunners coming into Freedom Esports and Alpha 4 Legends. So let me show you this on the screen really quickly. You can see that all 3 of these teams are right down here. Looks like Freedom Esports in the 12 pack, and it does look like Tempa was able to get into the water. So Alpha 4 Legend on that gatekeep. Let me get back over here to the chaos that's going on in Yasnaya. Look at the chaos. Look at what is happening. We've got Sign to God coming right up in Velocity. Almost there. We still have Bala's Esports, Soren, Celebrity Killers, and Made in Nepal over here in Yasnaya. All of these teams right up in here outside of that zone. So there is that. So let's go ahead and get back over into the match and find out what is happening. Alright, let's see. Hello, Cielo. I hope you're doing fantastic. Alright, let's see what's going on with the Celebrity Killers now. Celebrity Killers are right on over here. And now it looks like we've really quieted down. You can see that Sign to God and Almost There is still coming down. We still have the Sinners all up in North George. We've got Team Control Star coming down the Pacific Coast Highway over here. And we got this Chaos. Let's check in on Baby over here really quick. As the gatekeep buys Alpha 4 Legend. Can Baby come up and over? Look at that. Alpha 4 Legend has moved away, but Baby may end up right on Alpha 4 Legend because they are all right on over here. We also have the real gunners over on the other side as well. So we got a bunch of chaos over on this west bridge. And now we got a bunch of chaos over on the east bridge. And Nuxify down in the water. And let's see, Lakes. Oh, gets shot in the back. So Nuxify, the last one's still standing right on over here. And they've got Freedom Esports at the gas station. Gatekeeping as here comes, I think there goes the Celebrity Killers to Soren. Woo, what is happening over here? So we've got Freedom Esports and Nuxify and the Golden Eagles down at that south side. We still have this fight that is going on over in Yasnaya as well. So let's see what's happening in Yasnaya. We still have all four of these teams. Plus, we have Sign to God not too far away. Look at this. Sign to God just to the north side. And now they are all clashing at the south side of the the west bridge. We are only in stage 1. I want you guys to pay attention to that. We are in stage 1 over here. So stage 1, we've got clashes going on everywhere. We've got Alpha for Legend right on top of Zero Mercy, Real Gunners Esports. We do have Team Control Star there coming in over by that Ferry Pier area. We've got the Sinners still up in North George. And we still have the 4 teams up in Yasnaya, the 3 teams over here on the bridge. 4 teams. We've got almost there over here as well, and there goes. Alright, so we got the fight going on right on over here. Let's see what's happening with Ballas. Ballas are getting fine. Let's get on over here, see what 77 is doing. 77 and Samar, the last 2 that are still standing for the Celebrity Killers. But we do have Soren over here taking those shots straight across, and we also have a trio from Ballas. ICT, I see you. ICT trying to get back towards that station 2012. Let's see where you are. If it'll click on over. 2012 is right down below. Right down below the Celebrity Killers. So the Celebrity Killers trying to hold off the team. And we also have Soren across the way. Trying to third party over into the station at the same time. Looks like 2012 trying to get on out of there. I think he may be successful pulling away, but he does have all of the duo. The duo is trying to chase him down. 77K being super aggressive on this push. And 77K with that nade right over onto 2012. And ICT might be able to see 77K's head right over that broken wall. Samar on the other side, but Ballas. We do have Made in Nepal still here as well. So Made in Nepal still coming up and in. You can see the Water Boy and Wagwan right over there as well. I don't think that ICT is going to be able to get over to him. Where is Baby Tay? Baby Tang, it looks like he's just going out over here to the zone. So now let's see what Icy can do. Icy is the last one still standing now for the Ballas. But let's see what's going on over here with Wagwan. Wagwan trying from Made in Nepal, trying to get those shots across onto the top of the station. So that is what is happening over here in Yasnaya. We still have all this chaos that's going on right on over here by the East Bridge, and the zone has shifted off the East Bridge. So we still have Freedom. Freedom made it all the way across the river, but now they've got to get through the Golden Eagles NA. We still have a Nuxify under the bridge, almost there coming across this bridge. And I'm not sure how almost there is going to get across this bridge. We do have all Sign to God coming down. We still have 3 teams up here in Yasnaya, and look at this. They are all just all just clustering in around this west bridge. We still have the Sinners. The Sinners are still way up by Zarky. Look at that Quran all the way up there. So now let's see what did we just miss over here. So 77K, let's see. I think the water boy was able to find Samar. So now we have a duo, a solo, and another solo right on over here. Let's switch on over to 77K because 77K just found Wagwan across the way. And we still have Cubs from Soren across the street as well. Look at this Soren paying attention. I'm not sure what he is looking at the moment. Maybe just trying to see if 77 will pop his head up, because 77K is up to 5 eliminations now. Alright, so that is going on in Yasnaya. Let's see what Almost There are doing, trying to come across this bridge. So 33's fine. He is right here on this edge, but these guys do have to get on in the zone, and because of where all the players are, I can't even zoom in on the map on the iPad yet, but I'll go ahead and show you where all the teams are. They are all clustered over in Yasnaya on this east bridge, or way out of zone. Sign to God still coming in, and the Sinners are still coming in. So now, Almost There. It looks like Almost There are going to run right into Sign to God. I'm not sure what they're getting ready to do. We'll pay attention to that for just a minute, because it does look like Almost There has decided to grab a vehicle, and now our zone's getting ready to pop. And look at that! Soren Cubs able to take down 77 from the Celebrity Killers, but we still have Maiden Nepal up there, Water Boy, and the Ballas are still up there as well. Let me go ahead and show you the iPad really quickly, show you what's going on up here in Yasnaya. So I think they're separating out, they're getting ready, and look at that, we're going over to the western side of Military Base Island. We still have Team Control Star. They've waited over on that north side of the west bridge. They may have some issues trying to come on down, because there are a lot of teams over towards this western side as well. So let's check in on Team Control Star. See what they're doing. It looks like they're getting ready to gas on up. Jake Big Gay. Let's check in on Robin. Ooh, Robin coming across. He can get, because we've got the real gunners right on down in that front area, just to the south. Just to the south of the bridge. Ooh, we do have a fight going on now. It does look like Alpha 4 Legend right over here. Oh, Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy does find Zuriz, and now Alpha 4 Legend throwing those nades up and over. I'm not sure where that nade went, but it did not even go towards that house. Oh, 10 going out now. So M416, because the Real Gunners Esports are now coming over towards this area, and here they come right up onto 416. He's gonna try to get on out of there. We still have 10 that's been knocked. Not sure 10's gonna be able to get picked back up. We got 101 trying to hold him off as there comes. Ooh, he's able to get one knock from Zero Mercy. He gets 2 of them knocked in. He's trying to get those thirsts off. 101 down to about 5 HP, but I think that is it. We're down to just a duo. 4 Alpha 4 Legends. Zero Mercy no longer in this, but here comes Tempa and Nemo, and the Molly's going off right over on top of 101's head. It is a 2v2 right here between Nemo. So now it is just Tempa on the outside. Let me show you some Tempa. Tempa getting ready to throw that nade right up and in. Tempa does get 416. So now it is a 1v1 between 101 and Tempa. Tempa's still throwing those nades up and over, trying to get the last one from Alpha 4 Legend. Look at the nades going off. Alpha 4 Legend should be able to get this res off. And now we've got almost there in a fight. What is going on right on over here? As almost there, trying to come right up and in on top of... No, Velocity was already there. So let me see who is there. Ballas are coming in. Sinners were over here. So now, let's see. Where is everyone? You can see the Ballas coming in from Yasnaya area. And let's see. Nuxify still under that bridge. So Sinner, Scarface right on top of that. Scarface, go ahead and take those shots over at 33 spawn. And while we do this, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my map down below. And it does look like the Golden Eagles NA are going to gatekeep Team Control Star from coming across that bridge. And so now the Sinners are separated out in 33 spawn, trying to get those shots right up and across. And then we got Scarface up at the top. Scarface trying to hold off the push by almost there, coming right up and in, almost there, coming up into that S12, and Scarface getting ready to throw those nades right on down into almost there. Oh, but almost there, Moten is able to finish him off, and now Karan coming right up and over. I think Karan's going to double think that. And now let's see what's going on over here. Between the Golden Eagles and A, we do have a knock over here with lag, and now here comes Shoo coming right up and over this ridge onto Skur right behind that tree. And now, oh, Skur, are you the only one still standing? He is the only one standing against all of them from the Golden Eagles NA. And I think Skur may be able to get away from him. The Golden Eagles still right over on that edge. And, oh, I think Cubs from Soren. Cubs taking down one of them from... Oh, it was a Nuxify. A Nuxify was able to find him. But Cubs was also able to get a knock over onto Ballas Reborn. And we still have 9 teams in this, and they are still just spread out all over this map. They are everywhere. At least they're headed down towards Military Base Island. Skur is able to get on over there and away from the Golden Eagles NA. You can see a Nuxify coming across that map. You can see ICT coming all the way down from Yasnaya. So let's see what's going on with almost there. 33 spawn versus Cubs. Let's see if I can get this on the map fast enough. I'm not sure I can, but I'll try it anyway. We'll get on over here. And let's see if we can do it. Couldn't do it fast enough, guys. Couldn't do it fast enough. So, almost there. Spawn. 33 spawn. Coming in with that win. So now, let's see what's going on. I'll go ahead and put that iPad right on up there for you. You can see that they're all right and in there. You can see that almost there. Still over on that north side of the East Bridge. And we also had, I think somebody else just came down and across that West Bridge area. But let's get over to the West Bridge. I'm not sure if almost there can make it all the way across, but let's see what's happening. Oh, right when we switched on over, that was a nade from the Sinners Karan, and I no longer see Karan over here as either, because Shoo took him out. So Saran getting a lot of those knocks over here though. Alright, so now the Golden Eagles taking over the north side of the zone, and we still have 7 teams because we still have almost there coming in across that bridge, and a lot of solos coming in. We have Team Control Star, a Nuxify headed over towards Ballas Esports. I'm not sure if he knows that Ballas is over there, but the Golden Eagles do look like they know that And Nuxify is there. Look at this. ICT watching the Golden Eagles straight across. Woo, this has been a match. Let me tell you, we may. Oh, there goes almost. There's Fawn to the play zone. So now we can really zoom in onto this western edge military base. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in. I think all the players are over here. Let me see what kind of sky view I can get as ICT is on. And now ICT gets taken out by Shu Young. Love me some Shu Young. Alright, so now we are down to the top 5 teams. And they are all spread out. We still have Skur coming in from Team Control Star. He's down at that south side, and he should be able to come on in, but he's going to be right next to Velocity. So let's get on over to Skur. And Skur is on a mission to get to zone. He got all the way in here, and he's right across the street from Velocity. And Nuxify does have to come across that street. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. He does have a vehicle, but he's coming in right next to where the fights are going off over here with Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend up to 10 eliminations. Still trying to get a shot across the way onto the Golden Eagles NA. So let's see. Let me see if I can scroll on in over here on the iPad. Give you a better idea what's going on. Not yet, because it is really hilly terrain. Shu coming right up and in onto Skur in the nade shack. So Skur, ooh, Skur had that nade up and over onto Shu. Both of them getting quite a bit of nade damage. But it does look like Shu is pulling away from that nade shack where Skur is currently in. I'm going to go ahead and put that fight up and over. Let's see if we can find Skur and see what's happening. You can see that Shu is right across the way. Freedom Esports Clown just taking out one from oh, Shu Young, what a nade, Clown now over here in the blue does have to move out, because now at this point the blue zone is significant, and we're down to the top 4 teams. You can see the Golden Eagles NA, Freedom Esports, a solo, Velocity, a solo. No, is that you again, Shu? Alright, so now we're down to the top 3 teams. We have Velocity and Nuxify. We've got Alpha 4 Legend, both of them a solo, and they're right next to each other. Let's get on down here and see what M416 Nuxify trying to get down and away. Let's check in on what's going on with the Nuxify. He is over here right between the duo from the Golden Eagles NA, trying to get him in the smoke, trying to run over Nuxify down to about 30% HP as he hops out, trying to get those shots with PS12 over onto, oh, right through. He does get Demon and Shu Young. So now it is Velocity versus Alpha 4 Legends. So let's see what these two are doing. 4-1-6. So the M4 versus the Nuxify. Oh, a Nuxify moving just in time. But Alpha 4 Legend coming in first with 12 eliminations. Coming in second, Velocity with 4 eliminations. And Nuxify taking those 4. Golden Eagles NA with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 and 14. Don't forget to get your screenshots of your like and subscribe over to the Rain Discord server. We'll be giving away 2 packages of $10 worth of UC. Shout out to Rain Esports for sponsoring tonight's giveaway, and I will be right back. And a good way to do this, let me get off of this. Let me get on over to, let's see, Freedom Esports is checking on Ash as Ash is trying to come up and into this fight. And let me see if I can find somebody better to spectate from the sky view. You know how my iPad doesn't like to turn sometimes. Alright, there we go. I think I got most of these teams in here on the iPad. Let's switch on over to the iPad so you guys can see that we do have the 3 teams. We still have Freedom Esports Ash as the solo. We've got a trio for Almost There and a duo from Noobs Esports, and they are closing in around the zone. The duo from Noobs in a pretty decent spot with that ridge. They know that their backs are clear. Look at the buggy up on on top of the mound. Alright, so Ash down below should be out of range, but I do think that Neo might be able to find Ash. Let's see what's going on with Almost There. It does look like Almost There getting ready to pull up and around onto Ash and Neo. Cat God, the only one not moving up and around, so Ash now getting pinched between all these teams. Ash, let me show you on my other screen. I wish I could have the duo screen up here, but Ash, look at this, guys. Ash is right here in these rocks, all nestled right on in. So now all these teams, ooh, nade, nice deal. Ash is on one side. Ash trying to get those shots up and over. We do have Cat Guy coming right up and in as well. So now it is just Freedom Esports first. Almost There versus Esports. Coming in first. Almost There. 10 total elimination. Found juice from Freedom Esports, and so it does look like Clown's gonna try to get up and over, but the rest of Golden Eagles are coming down, so we might have a fight down at that south side of Camp Alpha Island. So I'll try to get on over there, try to get that fight as well. And we are still on the stalemate because all these teams, or all these players, do have these crazy angles. Oh no, 77 does get a knock over onto NE. So now Noobs East, oh, and the return knock onto 77. As soon as 77 knocked NE, there was the return knock from this off angle. So CU is way out there on that edge. Look at this. Stoxito knows that they're coming up and around, and I feel like Stoxito is going to be the one that has the most right on over here. CU coming down. Oh, here goes Stoxito getting ready to move up. And we do have NE back up onto his feet. We got Cat God already trying to get those crazy angles. Look at this angle on Stoxito. Alright, Samir and Vampire right on the other side of him. But CU did go all the way down and around, trying to come up behind Cat God. So let's see if he can sneak up onto the Cat God. I'm not sure if he can, but it does kind of look to me like Noobs may be going ahead and moving on out. So let's see what else is happening down below. We do have this fight between Freedom Esports. We do have Clown Knock and the Golden Eagles. And they are coming up and in. Let's give Casper some screen time, love. We lost Shoo Shoo. Shoo Shoo, what happened? Mr. Shoo Young, you need to stay on my screen a little bit longer. Casper trying to stay. Look at this. He's getting up and underneath that bridge just in time. He is getting hunted down. He knows he's getting hunted. If I can get that word out of my mouth. No one can understand what's coming out of your mouth. Well, looks like Sign to God and the Real Gunners Esports are now in a fight as well. Ooh, Real Gunners. Sign to God does get that knock, and I think... Oh, Casper down to 5 HP. Juice taking Casper down and out. No. Let's get on over to Sign to God and the Real Gunners. So the Real Gunners are down to just a trio now. Tempa, get the boys up. And Toxic Mahal. Toxic Mahal does have that. And the nades are coming up and over Animal down to about half health. And Saran, hello Saran. Shout out to Saran for coming into the chat, giving me some hype, and he is right across from one of them from the Real Gunners. I'm not sure who. Oh, he did look over there just in that last second, but I missed who it was across the way. And look at this, the fight now from noobs onto serial killer. There goes vampires. So let me check in on what's happening right up and over here. It does look like they might be still trying to get them, so let's get on over here. And I think Samar is the last one. Oh, and E straight across from Samar. So now Samar giving his position away with the rest of Noobs Esports coming up and over that ridge line. I don't think he's gonna be able to get CU picked back up. Sayu, I'm not sure, Sai or C. Cat Guard finishing off. Oh, there it is. So now it's just Samar. Samar throwing those. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores going into tonight's final match of the Rain Esports Out of the Deep $600 finals? Coming in first, Alpha 4 Legend, 49 total points. Freedom Esports coming in second with 44 total points. And Zero Mercy with 40. And Sinners at 40. Look at how close these fights are. Or these scores are, guys. We are so close to all of these. That is the wrong screen. Let me go here. Sorry, guys. There you go. There you go. So coming in for too many buttons and too many DMs. Boss, if you're out there, just text Rain in the general chat and ask them why. So Gutsy God, show me more. This is the final map coming up, Fresno. This is match 10 of 10. And then after this match, we get to give two $10 UC packages away. Good luck to all of you out there. And let me show you the iPad. We haven't started yet. There you go. You can see that we still have a couple of teams. Oh, Team 14, Made in Nepal. Where are you guys? Get your butts in here. So we're missing a couple of teams, and we are headed into Miramar. So it might be a little less hectic, but you never know. These are sweaty teams. And shout out to Almost There coming into my chat to say hello. Hello, Gutsy God. Big fan. Alright, so I think I still have a minute to get a little more water. You guys are killing me. Be right back. And here we go, getting ready to start tonight's final match. This time we are jumping with Alpha 4 Legend 416 times 3, 6 eliminations, 789 damage. So let's get on over to Alpha 4 Legend on the iPad one more time tonight. This is his second time on tonight's Top Fragger. Let me put that iPad up there. Oops, get that up there. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. I got too many pings coming at me. You guys need to stop pinging me so much. I'm doing what I can. I am Alpha 4 Legend. Here we go. M416. Now his feet should be able to match. We have 12 seconds before tonight's final match. Who is winning tonight's $600 prize pool? Who's winning the UC giveaway? Me. I wish. Alright, so we're coming in from that far northwest edge. Look at that. North of Ruins, north of Trailer Park, going down and across Crater Field, San Martin, Minas Generalis, and the mining town of Impala. So there's your flight path. Let's see where these teams go. We do have Balas Reborn headed over towards La Gaviria, right there with Freedom Esports. No, Freedom Esports is jumping down towards El Pozo area with Velocity and Team Control Star. So Balas is going to have La Cabrera all to themselves. Let's see. We do have that crazy long split from Team Control Star. Doesn't look like they're headed over towards Crater Field or El Pozo, but we do have the two teams going to El Pozo, Freedom Esports and Velocity. We also have the two teams headed down towards Picado. We've got Soren jumping with the Real Gunners Esports. We also have, it looks like Stein to God jumped with Zero Mercy. We've got Alpha 4 Legends going up towards Al Azahar with the Golden Eagles. No, the Golden Eagles went over to the truck stop. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's see. Where is Alpha 4 Legend? Let me go ahead and put that right up here. And I think he's going to do just fine. He's coming down to get that vehicle in the first zone all the way down to the southwest edge. Let's head over to Picado for a minute and let's see what's happening with Neo. We got the Sinners over here, we got Soren over here, and the Real Gunners Esports. Nemo, I wouldn't peek out that way. I wouldn't, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen now over here because we do have three teams taking over all of Picado. Let's go ahead and scroll on into Picado and find out what's going on. We have the Real Gunners at the south. We have Sinners in the middle and Soren up towards that north side. We've got Exotic coming down and around trying to figure out what's going on, but he needs to be careful because he may be found by the Real Gunners. We also have Zero Mercy right over here on top of Sign to God. So it does look like Sign to God taking over the 2-2 split of the Graveyard minus Generalis. Oh, looks like Exotic's going to be able to use the Exfoliator to move up and over towards the casino. So we'll have to see if he makes the best of that. We also have Velocity. It looks like they're getting close to Freedom Esports. Freedom Esports taking over almost the entire El Pozo area. So that's what I see on the map at the moment. But like I said, we do have the three teams right on over here. I'll go ahead and put that map up there to give you an idea where everyone is at the moment. But it does look like Exotic is right across from Nemo. Let me see what's going on. Yes, Exotic is right on top of Nemo. Nemo is right down below him. And I see an M249 and a DBS for Nemo. So I hear those nades going off. And the Real Gunners are still pretty separated. And it does look like the rest of Soren are starting to come out and around. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Freedom now in that fight. It does look like we got the active fight going on over here. And Velocity getting picked off. Let's see what's going on with a Nuxify. A Nuxify right across from several of them from Freedom Esports. Look at this. We got one right outside his door. Let's see. Who is that? It is Demon. And so now you can see all that. What is happening? Let's go back over to Bigado. Can't join Discord server. Why not or not? I'm not sure what's going on. Just send them a message in the Discord server to let them know you're a real person. They're afraid that the bots are taking over. They just want to make it fair to the people in the stream. So if you talk to them over in the server, they'll know that you're a real person and not a bot. So I think that's what's happening, but I'm not sure. Alright, so let me show you on the iPad. It does look like a Nuxify may be able to get on out of there, but I'm not sure what Lynx is going to do because it does look like he's getting pulled up on by Freedom Esports there all the way around. A Nuxify went up onto this ridge line. A Nuxify does have a mini. Now, Nuxify, like I said, he is the king of DMR. So let's go back down to Lynx. I think that Lynx is, oh yes, Lynx is getting pulled up on over here by Demon. And we still have a standoff in Bigado. No one's really pushing up onto anyone. Let's check in on Demon. What is he doing right on over here? They're trying to find, oh, a Nuxify. A Nuxify is so good with this mini. I've seen him so many times in the WoW rooms, just pinging across that Karakin map with this mini, with his, look at this, with the SLR, the SKS, and he is still putting a lot of damage right on down on top of Freedom Esports. So that's what's going on up in El Pozo. We still have, oh, we got chaos going on everywhere. So let's go ahead and start popping in and around. And we got Alpha 4 Legend right on over here. It looks like almost there doing all right, but we do have Zero Mercy right on over here with the Golden Eagles NA over here in minus Generalis. And we got the Golden Eagles coming right up and in. I can hear Shushu's vehicle. That's how close they are. And Nuxify does get a knock over onto Ash with that mini spam. We are on Zero Mercy, baby. Oh no, I just saw one of them get knocked. It's Casper. Casper gets knocked. Soren Jelly is able to find the center Quran. And now all the fights are going to start taking off. Baby getting pulled up by three of them from the Golden Eagles. Is able to get Lag taken down and out. And we got Demon right across the way. And Lag does get thirsted. And so now he comes out. And Baby able to take Lag out. So now here comes Baby right up again and takes out the Golden Eagles NA. And we still have Sign of God over here as well. So, gosh dang it. Click. Oh, I'm getting irritated. I think it's because my devices are getting hot, guys. I'm sorry. But let's check in on Boops over here. See what Boops is doing. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Baby up to 5 eliminations now. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm sorry. I think it's because everything's getting hot. Do have to pay a little better attention to that. Oh, Saran, I'm sorry. Saran gets taken down. So now, Sign of God down to just silent. And the rest of them, I think that is it for that. Let's see. We're down to the 11 teams. So we do have Team Control Star set up. We've got... What is happening? Who is taking those shots over here? Almost there with the real gunners. So we still have a fight going on right on over here as Almost There comes up and around to the southern side of of Picado. Look at this. Here comes almost there. Nemo watching him is almost there. Push up and into Picado. So now let me pay attention. Make sure that the right screen is up, guys. All right. So let me scroll on in. Looks like velocity coming down and around that Ladrilla area. They may end up on Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend getting that. Look at Picado, though. Let me show you Picado from above. Let me get this set up and then I'll switch on over. Picado has the celebrity killers. They are all starting to come on in. Picado is the last stand in Picado. And I can't get all the things in, but look at this. So, we do have the real gunners. We got almost there over here. We've got Sinners, and we got the celebrity killers. Celebrity killers right up on this ridgeline. They are all pushing into this Picado area. Picado is not even center zone. Zero Mercy still over towards that graveyard. We got Alpha 4 Legend down by Chumacera Church. We got Velocity going up towards Monte Nuevo. And Team Control Star coming up and along this ridgeline right on over there. But we got 3 teams coming right up over here. Soren almost there. And the Celebrity Killers just to the north side of Sinners, and we still have the real gunners coming in from that south side. Look at this chaos going on in Picado. Let me scroll on in just a little bit. Celebrity Killers duo as almost there are still coming up and in around, but here comes the Sinners coming up and in. Mercy and Bomba Boy right across from each other, and the real gunners are still down at that south side. So let's see what Scarface is gonna do against the push by the trio from almost there coming up and around. Wolf gets taken down. Scarface gets taken down by 33's fine guts. God, alright, let me go ahead and put that map up there so you guys can see where everyone is. Everyone is really centering in on this Picado match. And let me get over to the Astra. Now, let's get on over to 33's fine. There you go. It's right across the street from... Oh, no! He gets found. He is found from across the way by the Sinners on that crazy angle. So we still have almost there on this side. So let me see where the Sinners are. And look at all the teams that are still over here in Bikini. And we got a couple of Sinners. We're down to just a duo. The Sinners trying to find Moten right across the way. I'm going to need some Motrin after this. Oh, we got Ling Ling in the house. I see you, Ling Ling. Where are you? I don't see you on this. And you guys aren't even going to get points for that because I don't think Ling Ling is in this match up until this last match. So let's see what else is going on. Moten's getting ready to move on around. It is Moten in. Bynod. Oh no, I'm sorry, Bynod. The Sinners came right up and in. So now Moten. All this chaos going off in Picado, and we're down to 10 teams. Only in stage 2. We still have 30 minutes or 30 seconds of stage 2 in this 30 minutes. Oh, Lord help me. Alright, 10 teams. So we still have Balas coming down from that north side. We still have the Celebrity Killer. He has moved all the way up to San Martin, and we've got Zero Mercy right across the way. And let me get this off the screen. There you go. The zone's getting ready to pop, and I'll go ahead and zoom it in just a little bit more so that we can see. We are going from Picado to San Martin, so most of these teams are already here in Picado, which you already know. And let me scroll in a little more. Alright, So Moten is the last one still standing for almost there. You can hear the footsteps right outside as we got the real gunners. We have the sinners. We have Bala. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, the jump shot. The jump shot. So now let's see. What else can I show you? Let me show you this map right on over here as they are all still coming towards this Picado area. Alright, I can't join the Discord server. Oh, I don't know then, Ranuk. I don't know. Alright, so let's check in on what is happening over here with the Bummer Boy. Oh, he is keeping an eye. Oh, he can hear him. He can hear Blux are moving right into the long. And the real gunner 2012 from the, or 2020. Or Zorro. I thought it was 2012. It is Zorro from the Zazo. Oh my gosh, I am losing my mind. Please stop pinging me about the UC giveaway, guys. Please. Talk to the Discord, find out what's going on, ask in the chat. I don't know. I can't help. Alright, so let's see what's going on right on over here. It does look like we've lost several teams out of Picado. We still have Velocity coming in from that north side of Picado, not too far away from Team Control Star, Zero Mercy. Oh, I think the vampire from Serial Killers may be having some issues right up over here. Let's check in on him for a minute. He is AFK. AFK, and he is still in the zone. There are 20 players left, so they are right over here by Balas. You can see that Balas Esports is right here next to him. And we still have all these teams right down here in Picado. So now, let me get back to Picado and see what's going on with the rest of that. Alright, so it's really quiet now over here in Picado. Bama boy, you gotta be careful. Your back is exposed, and we've got teams coming in. So we do have Alpha 4 Legend coming up and in. Not too far away from Zero Mercy. It looks like Bama boy trying to creep up and in, trying to find Zazu. I'm not sure how he pronounces his name, Zozo. From the Real Gunners, let me check in on Tempa. Ooh, Tempa's out and around, and he may end up finding some of these players, but he does have Velocity up at the top of the hill, and he also has Team Control Star coming down and in. Let's check in on Nemo. Nemo getting Zozo, Zazo, Zaza. I don't know. Zozo. Oh, Bama boy getting into the house. There we go. So looks like our zone just popped again. Let's see where our zone is going this time, guys. We're going up towards the power grid, away from Picado. So we already know that the vampire all the way up in San Martin is AFK, and he is still coming in 8th place at this moment. But the blue is about ready to take him out, and Bama Boy made it all the way over to the horse. So now let's see what's going to happen next, as Bama Boy may get found by Team Control Star. Team Control Star is right over here on this side of Picado. They may be able to see him as he comes down and around, but we also have Velocity right over here paying attention from the top of the hill, so they might be able to find him. Let me check in on Skur. Oh, it was Skur taking all those shots right across as Bama Boy trying to move up and around. And now JPK, look at that. He has pointed him out. JPK knows that there's a threat coming in from that western edge. Now, Tempa, where did you go? So Tempa just ran into, let's see what's going on down here. And it does look like what is happening? I think I'm losing in my mind, guys. I'm losing my mind. I keep clicking to get it over there, but it's not clicking. Alright, so Alpha 4 Legends still making out and around. Make sure that I'm over here. And trying to get into zone. So let's see, what else can I show you? We still have several teams in zone. We still have a couple of players outside in the blue. We do have the Celebrity Killer Vampire up in San Martin. He's going to go out to zone most likely. It does look like Bama Boy, the solo, wrapping around the north side of Power Grid. He should be okay. But he does have Zuzriz. You guys and your names, you guys are killing me. I keep messing everything up, guys. Oh my gosh. Alright, so it does look like Riz may come right up and in on top of Bama Boy. Bama Boy from Soren is right there to his north. Let's see, Bama Boy, I'm sure can hear this. Look at this. Bama Boy watching him just drive right up and in. So Bama Boy may have a good clear shot of him, but now Bama Boy has to move down and in because our zone is popped again. So let's see, if any of you have questions about UC giveaway, please join the server and ask the server Discord chat. Thank you, Reaper. Thank you. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. We still have Balas coming in. I'm getting I'm getting so many pings over in Discord. So now let's see what Tempa is doing. Tempa just found it was able to get a knock over onto Team Control Star. I think that was up on that ridge line. Let's see who is up there. And it does look like Robin and Doki should be able to get picked back up. I'm not sure if that was Robin. Yeah, Robin's all the way up at the top. But Skur is coming up. But they are right there on that south side of the zone. So they might be able to get him picked back up. But then they gotta move fast. And I hear Skur. Oh, Skur found Velocity. Because Velocity is coming up from that south side, and Velocity is down to just a Nuxify. A Nuxify trying to throw those nades right up and over onto Skur, and here comes backup for Team Control Star, and Nuxify trying to get on out of there, out of the way of that. And look at this, a 1v4 over here onto Nuxify, JPK, and let's see. Oh, he just saw JPK right on through, and I hear the MG3. We got mollies going off, and next up throwing those nades straight on down and in. Oh, the nade right up and over, and I think that's it. I missed who it does. And now Zero Mercy in the fight with Balla's Esports. That was right on over here. Balla's Esports coming right up over here. And let's see what's going on. As Balla's all for. Oh, we just lost Skippity. So Balla's down to just a trio now, but we are down to the top 5 teams. The last 5 teams to come up and into this match. So now we do have the solo from Alpha 4 Legends straight across from Bama Boy. Bama Boy trying to come right up and in. He does have to push down and into zone. So now let's see what is happening. I think Bama Boy coming right up over towards Riz right on the back side of it. So it's a 1v1 right on over. Oh, that nade coming right up and over. Bama Boy able to get him. So now I don't think Bama Boy got that though. I think it was stolen. I think it was stolen from across the way. So now let's see. We're down to the top 3 teams. We're 3 teams away. So now let's see. Bama Boy still has to come on in. Team Control Star straight across. Over on the Balla's Esports. Let me see if I can get the sky view for you guys. See what kind of terrain they're working with. They're coming right up and in. Onto, I think I can get most of them in. We are in stage 6, so it's a little smaller zone. And Bomba Boy really has to move in and get into the zone. Look at Bomba Boy driving straight up and into JPK. And Balla's, look at him driving around in the zone. I think he just ran over. He did. He ran over one of them from Balla's Esports. And now down to the last 6 players. And ICT back up on his feet. There is 2012 over here for Balla's Esports. And we do have Team Control. Look at this. Team Control. We got Doki on this off angles. They are still all in the zone. Now the zone has centered in the 3 players from Balla's and Soren are in zone. Team Control Star wrapping around. Coming in right where Balla's are. So let's see. We still have Bama right across the way. That nade by 2012 up and over onto Skirt. JPK still right there, but Doki on that Bama in 2012. It is down to the trios. 2012 versus Doki versus Bomba Boy. 1v1. Skrr about ready to bleed out. Oh, and Doki finding Icy. So now let's get on over to the Bomba Boy. Let's put him on that side by side. Get that off of there. Here we go. Tonight's final 1v1. We have Doki versus Soren. Bomba Boy. Team Control Star on your right, or on your left, and on your right is Soren. Bomba Boy. Alright, so now let me see what is happening next. Let's go see what I can do about that. And so there you go in my chat. There you go. Oh, Bomba Boy right there does get some shots over onto Doki. You can see the Doki's down to Bomba Boy for Soren. Let's go. Alright, let's click it over. Make sure it clicks over that time. Soren coming in first with 5 elimination. 10 total points. So 15 total points. There we go. 10 total placement points. Sorry about the link, guys. That was the link that they gave me. Team Control Star coming in second with 6 elimination, and Balla's Esports coming in third with 6 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, and 13. Going all out. Zero mercy, baby. Was that the 3rd time tonight? Baby on fire. 5 eliminations, 639 total points. And I'm sorry about the link. It was the link they gave me. Guys, try to get on over there because they are going to be collecting the names, giving them to me. We'll be right back with the wheel of names in tonight's final unofficial live scores. Be right back. Nade's up and over. Ooh, that nade, but he goes out to the play zone. He gets enough damage to get onto him. Sign to God does get taken down. Let's see if we can get him picked back up, guys. Let's see. And who is coming down and around? You can see that we've got one right on the other side. Sign to God just got a knock. So let's let's go ahead and get on over here, see what's happening. I know I got a lot of people in here trying to pay attention to what's happening here. Yeah, Sam Mar trying to get those shots in. There goes Sam Mar. So now let's get on over to Sign to God. Sign to God does seem to be able to get most of this. We did lose Saran. Saran, I'm so sorry about that. All right, so Silent throwing those nades up and over. Woo, trying to get Tempa. Trying to get Tempa with this. Now here he comes with this S12, and he's trying to get those shots. Silent. Oh, Silent, did you just get 2 of them? I think Silent was able to knock 2 of them from the Real Gunners, so I'm not sure who's still standing for the Real Gunners. Let me check in on over here. It is Nahan. Nahan's still, oh, Nahan's getting out of Dodge, but they know where he is. Look at this. It is from another team, though. No, that's Sign to God up in that watchtower. Is that Animal? It is. Animal, look at this. Sign to God, we did lose Saran, but the rest of them, they are all back up onto their feet. And there goes Godland. So now, Silent up to 2 eliminations. Toxic Mahal up to 1 eliminations. They all know which direction they left, but we also have another team in front of them that we have to pay attention to. And that is Team Control Stars. So they got to pay attention to that. Alright, let's go check our map. We are still coming over to this eastern side. And there goes Team Control Star JPK. And JPK getting taken out by Lynx. Lynx was able to find him on this, but now it does look like Velocity is getting pinched in because we've got a couple of teams up on that hill. I do see Team 10 not too far away. Zero Mercy. And Zero Mercy and Soren right on over here. So let's check in on Big. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wheel of Names. Here we go. I hope you see your name on here. John, I see you. Caesar, were you able to get in here? I hope you were. I'm sorry, Caesar. Alright, here we go. Tonight's 2 spins. Green, why green not add spin? I don't know. Here we go. Coming in tonight with the first $10 UC. It is insane. 804. Make sure you head over to the Rain Discord. Get into their ticket. Open one. Give them your user ID. Tell them you won tonight's first UC giveaway. Alright. So now for tonight's final UC giveaway. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Thank you to everyone that came out and supported the Spidey! GG Spidey. Always here to support. GG Spidey. Second of the $10 giveaway. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and supporting me and the Rain server. Shout out to Rain for sponsoring tonight's UC giveaway. Alright, here are the final scores for tonight. Alpha 4 Legend coming in with 52 total points. 1 point more than Zero Mercy coming in second. Coming in third, the Sinners with 48. Freedom Esports 45. Golden Eagles NA 36. Soren 35. Almost there 32. There are your scores for tonight, and that is it. Congratulations to the UC to the UC winners, to the finalists in the Rain $600 out of the deep finals. That's it for us tonight. Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Good night, everyone.